everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I am your androgynous AI game show host from the future, Caster, and this is the Neon Caster Twitch channel. I hope you delightful people out there are doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful too. We have no background music at the moment because we are going to be piping in some hot jams. Oh, your boy almost scalded themselves taking something out of the oven. Oh no, that's not the plan. That's not the plan.
Scald is one of the most popular moves in competitive Pokemon for a reason. That 30% burn chance is no joke. Be careful around your cooking implements.
Yeah. Who is that? Who is that who's joined me with the prime Pokemon competitive knowledge?
Who indeed. It is I, Raffi the Owl, your number one avian co-host, and I am here to poke some mons with you today.
What was the alliteration that you had for yourself last time? The a amazing agenda avian or something along the lines of that? Yeah.
I still need to make that AAA game developer tweet.
Yeah. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for hanging out again with us this evening, considering our past failures, but we have learned from our past failures.
It's only a failure if you give up. This has all been part of our training montage to grow stronger.
Yes.
You know, those previous two streams, warm-up rounds.
We're ready now.
We are going to pop off.
Yes, indeed. What we're going to go and do, because we do want to have a little bit of BGM, Raffi was kind enough to go and send me a playlist of an album of Pokemon remixes, though all inspired by the different EVs. So what we're going to do is that we're going to simulplay like the YouTube playlist of them. You'll be able to hear it, those of you watching in Twitch land, because you'll be hearing it through my ears. But it's just so that we can get synced up. Hey, good evening, Vex. Hope you're doing well. You ready to go hit play on that playlist for me?
I am so ready.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, play. All right, we'll see how loud that is in my ears. Chat.
What's our audio balance looking like? Chat.
Yeah. Now that there's music in the background, it's a riser, so it's going to be getting louder over the course of the next 20 seconds, I'm sure. But do let me know how loud that is. Maybe let's get it to about there. Maybe that might be okay. Let us. It wasn't bad, but it has gotten louder. Yeah, fiddle with it. Let me know if that's fine now. Sounds good so far. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Talking game plan as we go through this tutorial battle. There are, I think, 3 or so things that we have learned so far. Is that losing our starter Pokemon is makes the fight so much harder. We need to work really hard to keep our starter alive, even if that means we're overcautious. Second, Fury swipes on Purloin.
Oh my god, what a damage increase.
Actually really good. Definitely want to be keeping the use of that. Third, we need to aim for about crit. Perfect. Thank you, Lord. We need to aim for 12 to 13 before fighting the first gym leader. Fourth, we need to have at least 2 Pokemon at level 20 to fight the second gym leader. I think those are the lessons learned. Also, being aware of that one trainer with the Rog and Roller, and maybe only tackling them when we know that Rock Blast isn't going to end our day.
Oh my god, oh my goodness, just I would have felt safer if some kind of shady figure walked out from behind a corner with a baseball bat or something. Good lord, that was just peril and terror. I think, needless to say, starter Pokemon are actually good, and having them is good. Depending on that, what is that? I always forget what it's called because there's so many cat Pokemon. The Purloin.
Yeah,
depending on Purloin, was like such a. I feel slightly more bonded to you now that we have both gone through that experience of having Paper Chan the Purloin as our singular anchor.
Oh, I also just realized that I am doing my best human impression right now, and I'm not sounding like a cool robot that everybody is used to. Give me a second. Give me a second. Very professional.
I'd say their human impression's really good.
Very, very good indeed.
Music has gone up again, says the Crying Cryptid.
Just YouTube's volume control is very mediocre. There we go. That should probably be fine.
I have won both of the intro battles. They were very merciful with their
good
leering and
cue.
tail whipping.
Sorry, I'm sorting out tech at the same time.
No worries. This is going to give me some time to look through my Pokemon. Okay, my Tepig is
check.
level
1212. The stream should be hearing me in a cool, sexy robot voice, but not you, Rafi. So, yeah. Chat, do let me know if you can hear me in my sexy robot voice. Thank you very much. Right, let's go fight a Snivy.
Fight that Snivy.
Good, weirdly louder in Roboform. That is the voice filter, unfortunately. The way that a voice filter works is that it also does a little bit of audio boosting. It shouldn't be peaking though. It shouldn't be so much louder that it breaks things. But I'm losing this fight against the Snivy slightly.
Yeah, the fact that Snivy outspeeds the other starters is a little disconcerting.
Oh, it's a crit. Okay, we win. Fine.
We take those. My Tepig is gentle, which means that it has a higher special defense but a lower defense. I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Let's go see what my Pokemon looks like. It is brave plus attack minus speed.
Okay, not too bad.
You know, I'll take that.
It's nice.
I'll take that. It's currently rocking 10 defense. And as long as that's something in the ballpark of like 25 by the time we reach boss 2, we should be schmoovin'.
Oh, here we go. Bop time occurring.
Oh, the Vaporeon.
Ice Path, yeah.
Oh, are you in a different order?
Umbreon. Oh, is yours going in a different order?
Yeah, mine. Do you have yours set to shuffle by any chance?
No, but you know, I'll just pivot over to using the YouTube.
Right, yeah,
playlist.
yeah. I just started with the second.
Oh, you just started the second track.
Yeah, it's about 30 seconds in to Vaporeon theme. It doesn't really matter. This is just so the audience can also hear this playlist. But yeah. All right. Let's go and start desperately thinking about what half of our names are going to be. Oh, and I should also go and change my settings. Text flow fast, battle scene off, battle style set. Okay.
Yeah, really gonna have to put in some legwork as I'm just mashing through all this dialogue to come up with a good half of a nickname, because I really want it to be something that's going to give us the good fortune.
The name that would generate good fortune. Yeah.
Okay, that being said, making half of the name Lucky feels like an invitation for disaster.
Yeah. No, it's got to be a cool name that will get us pumped to keep it alive, I guess. It's apparently 7:45 still counts as daytime.
Oh, interesting. Maybe it's like sundown time.
Yeah, no, the colors are definitely sundown. Oh, I need to go and talk to Bianca, that's right. I can't run there. Hey, I want to be able to go on my own.
Oh no, it turns out you've reset the save data so many times you've accidentally entered creepypasta mode and they won't let you leave the town.
We found the old data. Yeah.
going through the text with Professor Juniper so carefully just to make sure I don't skip
to not
nicknaming.
skip. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to be careful about that too. My name is Juniper. I know.
Okay, cool. I got the text box up now to
Okay.
engage brain for name time.
Yeah, I know what my half is gonna be. Okay,
I've got a dumb idea. Let's do it.
in 3, 2, 1, wave. Bling wave. Let's go.
I love that genre.
Yeah. Oh, good. An advert. Thank you. This is definitely what I needed. Shush. Okay, there we go. Oh, Dark Cave is the Umbreon theme. Very good.
Ice Path, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what when I was saying bop time. Let's see. Okay, let me get this changed.
Is the W in Bling Wave capitalized, or is it like Vaporwave where it's all one word?
I like it like I like it like Vaporwave, but I would also like to propose if I can find. I'm wondering is there a currency symbol we can slip in here? I don't.
An alternate suggestion? Bling.wav.
Oh, next level. Let's go.
Okay, bling.wav. Yeah.
All caps.
I did it all lowercase, but I can still say no.
Fine.
Okay, yeah. Bling.wav is its name. Okay.
Our fortune cannot be compressed.
Our victory will be in the highest quality.
Our
Man,
enemies,
do you know
will be
the
high
file
quality
size? The file size of those like the Skyjax recordings, 3 hours, 3.5 hours actually of really high quality audio is like 2.5 gig. It's big.
Lord. No one ever accused WAV files of being portable.
All right, so first mission, the grind to like level 8-ish. Yeah, 2.5 gig for 3.5 hours of high quality audio. Which 2.5 gig in the grand scheme of file storage is not huge, but when you have to kind of like store those for archive, that's larger than what WeTransfer will let you send for free, for example. It can be a bit tricky in terms of sharing files that size.
Okay, so let's see. We're coming up on our first route, and we've only gotten Patrat so far, right? Even though
Yeah, so it's Pidove
up.
up. You can get Lillipup or Patrat. Pidove is later or whatever. I mean, Patrat is fine. I think Lillipup gets a little harder.
Lillipup is definitely, I think, feels like it has the bigger growth potential.
That second evolution will count for a lot if it will survive that long.
Yes, that is the if. Oh man, I can't wait to learn how to catch a Pokemon. I don't know about you.
Yeah, man. I mean, the world is always about learning. We're always learning new things.
Actually, I'm gonna say shout out to us. I don't think we've bungled a single catch.
No, not really. We've had a couple of people. We've had a couple of them break out a couple times, maybe, but we've not failed to capture.
Yeah, which I think, like, considering how the other Soul Link video that I've seen, you know, there's a lot of like, oh cool, I got this one.
Yeah, half the things they catch they end up killing, which you don't need to. The capture there's a lot of Pokemon that you can actually catch at full health and it's fine.
Let's see. So you're just starting on the next song now, right?
Yeah, it's just moving on to whatever the next song is.
Would you like to read
no,
the
it's going to
title
give me
of
an
that song,
advert.
please?
Cool. Cool. There we go. We're Flareon now. There was a little while ago that I was like, man, I'm burning some money on my subscriptions. I should cancel some. And I decided to cancel my YouTube Premium. And man, I don't know. Maybe I should have kept that. It is actually very nice to have.
I mean, geez, I just have an ad blocker.
For some reason, the ad blocker that I use will make like YouTube wig out when it tries to play an ad and fails.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe
What
I just need to
ad blocker do you
sweat on my
use?
ad blocker. Let me go check. I do not know this off the top of my head.
I've stepped into one part of grass and encountered a Lilliput.
Oh,
Yo,
there we go. Let's
go.
actually focus on the task at hand rather than dilly-dallying. Sorry, hold on.
No worries. Okay. Oh man, I'm scared. We're getting the
Oh, just lose. Oh no.
No, getting the okay, it's not dead. We're getting the heavy guitars in here as
I'm getting some chugging. Oh, I also got a lollipop. Fantastic. A level 4 one as well, so it's not too far behind.
Same. Ooh. Okay. You've got the female Lilliput and I've got the male, and mine is successfully
Can
caught.
probably kick in another one, and even if I crit, I should be good. Okay, cool. There we go.
Now, my 2 hits took the Lilliput into the red, I think. Maybe not that quite that far, but I don't know whether that means that your Lilliput is stronger than mine or that my Tepig is stronger than yours.
I would assume that the kind of like inherent stats for Tepig's physical attack is slightly higher.
Ooh,
Alright,
okay.
thinking of a name. Okay, got it.
Let's see.
You need more
Yeah,
time, or are we gonna just jump
let's go
into
for it.
this
We got
thing?
it. We got it. Okay.
In 3, 2, 1, Hound. Beanhound or Hound Bean. Beanhound makes more sense, yeah.
Beanhound, let's go.
There's enough character space in there for there to be a space as well, actually. In there.
True. Let's go for that. You know, mix it up. Beanhound. First name Bean, last name Hound. Not Hond, as I almost wrote.
Oh, this is Pokémon Tower. The Florian metal thing. It's the theme for Pokémon Tower.
Yes. Lavender Town.
Right. Let's go and kill my Lilliput.
Okay.
No chances.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick look at my Beanhound first before
Oh
I
yeah,
go.
let's go glance at those Beanhound
My
stats.
Beanhound has the opposite nature of my Tepig: high defense, low special defense. Honestly, considering the fighting weakness, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, my Lollipop is timid. Nah, plus speed minus special attack. I forget what Vital Spirit means.
You can't fall asleep, which is really good for the second gym because
immune to the hypnosis from the ace. Oh, did we just move on without being? Yeah, we're on to Espion. Nice.
And the playlist is in a completely different order than I have it on. I think
actually on OC Remix. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, than the actual Discord. So I'm glad you're reading them out so I can sync up. We're just gonna get up to level 7 on bling.wav just from jump. I don't know, it's a crit, okay. We don't want a second crit, so we're just gonna switch out. Air Critique City? National Park. Ah, yeah. Which really solid theme.
Probably one of the best songs from, I think, Gen 2. Water Gun, let's go.
Yeah, I'd agree.
There's the YouTuber who does like mashups with rap songs, Botanic Sage, does there's a mashup of That's What I Like from Bruno Mars and National Park. Very good. Very good. You never knew
you could probably
that it could
match this up with A Good Day.
I think the popular one of that is KK Slider, KK Cruisin', and It Was a Good Day is the
fair,
the popular mashup
sensible.
of those two.
So, to our 6 viewers, how are you doing today? And what is your favorite Pokemon? I don't think we ever asked. I want to know how good the taste of our chat is. That's right. Caster, is highly professional and non-judgmental, but I'm here too, so...
First of all, we have Caster, and then we have the messy bitch.
Okay, we got Ember. Bling.wav is level 7. I'm gonna switch to throwing Beanhound out first.
Reasonable choice. Let's get that additional damage in there. Oh, to have be at a level where the EXP that we get is actually like reasonable. Who knew what it felt like? Yeah, I forget Cry Encrypted if when we were playing the Pokemon card GB2, you kind of expressed whether you had a favorite Pokemon or not. I don't remember. In general, Ghost and Electric types are my fave, so Rotom I think is like my number one.
You must feel very spoiled by how much Rotoms have become integral to
the lore of the
Pokemon.
setting. Yeah, I mean that was like one of the interesting applications of the Pokemon, right? Was what they could connect to, and then the game world went like, yeah. Well, starter-wise, you normally go fire type, but otherwise, I don't know. Well, if you tell me that your favorite starter-wise is the fire type, what is your favorite generation? What was one of the generations of Pokemon that you really enjoyed? And not today, advert. I'm just going to talk over, right, Sylveon. So we're getting an X and Y theme, I guess.
Sylveon, let's see. Got it.
Yeah. If you let me know what your favorite generation is, Cry Encrypted, then we'll be able to sleuth together what your favorite Pokemon is.
Oh man, I hate the... Wait, okay, that did... 6 did... Nope, I do need to
Are you trying to
out.
do the math?
Yeah, doing the math and being like, okay, I could totally survive another, one tackle from a level 4 Lillipup has me switching out.
I'm not playing those games today. I ain't playing those games until everything I have is like solid levels. I'm cowing, big baby. I've learned my lesson.
No, yeah, you and me both.
Hey, I'm liking the little Sonic's Screenopolis zone. Studiopolis, that's the stage from Sonic Mania.
I can see that, yeah.
The kind of swing to the beat of it, very New Jack Swing-ish kind of.
Yeah, very bouncy.
Lovely Gengar, but like Cofagrigus. Cofagrigus is very cool.
Oh, yeah, hard agree. I ran with one of those when I did I was playing Black and White 2 for the first time recently, and man, what a... I kind of wish that normal single player play rewarded defensive play more, because like dang, being able to Will-O-Wisp something and then just hex it to death. Very
it's such
satisfying.
a nice combo. Toxic or Will-O-Wisp into Hex is just very juicy. It's always a good time. Hey.
It's never wrong.
I'm enjoying. I think Sylveon's just my favorite so far.
Yeah, understandable.
It established its little premise, like we're a little poppy chiptune thing, and it's been moving through some variations and opening up the sound a little. I vibe with that.
The musician that did this is called Theory of N. So I wonder if...
Oh yeah, no. The fact we both went for Cofagrigus definitely means that you passed the Pokemon vibe check, Cryptid. Good job.
You're allowed
you
to stay in chat.
You were not banned. I shouldn't be saying stuff like that. I know there's some streamers out there that'll be like a...
Man, it's a little cathartic to just be like, I don't have a pat rat, and I can just go through and just clap all these stupid rats to death and not need to, worry about my own.
I'm very happy that I stand reasonable odds of outspeeding most things. That's very good. I'm very happy.
Yeah.
That plus speed nature is gonna matter, I think, as we get into things. Because being outsped by that Herdia with takedown was oof.
What is a person's knowledge?
See, I've got both at 6 now. I think going to 7 on both is sensible.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what's up next for you?
We're at Glaceon.
Glaceon, perfect.
Yeah, I caught that advert too. I'm sorry. We'll be switching to my standard Spotify art playlist, which is a lot of video game bangers. Rappy won't unfortunately be able to hear it, but
that's fine.
It's good times. It's a good times. It's a good set.
Oh, my bling is at 7. Cool. So I've just got to get a Beanhound up to speed.
My Beanhound is now level 7, so I'm gonna start moving ahead a little bit. I think level 7, at least on both, is enough to start moving forward. Go straight.
As straight as we can, at least.
I was referencing the Streets of Rage song, but yes. I don't think. Okay. Important question, important game. In a very kind of like FMK, Snog, Marry, Avoid kind of circumstance.
Yes.
Straight or queer? We're gonna go through some Pokemon characters. You're gonna tell me. Blue / Gary Oak.
Oh, jeez. Okay. It's hard to say because part of me wants to say, like, incredibly straight. Jeez.
Starting with the hard questions.
Yeah, seriously.
I want to hear your answer before I offer what mine is.
Okay. I feel like Gary Oak is... Jeez. Gary Oak is by... Oh, okay, wait. No. Gary Oak and Blue are 2 different characters. Two separate answers here. Gary Oak, very straight, and it took him a long time to be a good ally, but he finally learned. Blue, however, is gay, but the kind of cis gay that is like low-key misogynistic and just like not...
A West Hollywood gym gay, I agree.
Exactly. Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page here.
Yeah. No, I would have said the same. Gary Oak from like the 90s anime, painfully straight. Let's see. How about you pick one? We can alternate.
Okay. The first one that came to mind was what's his name? Winston, the electric gym leader from Gen 3, but like he's married.
He has a hot wife in Alpha Sapphire. That's right.
Apparently, yeah. Ooh. Oh man, what's his name? He got a redesign in Alpha Sapphire, and he's hot. Evil Aquaman. Archie.
Yes. Yeah. Archie and Maxie. Archie. Ooh. Archie is in like a poly relationship with all of his pirate crew.
Yes.
Like both of those admins are dating Archie.
What song are you on, by the way?
Oh, we are on Leafeon, which is Accumula Forest. Oh no, not Accumula. Yeah, there we go. Eterna Forest. There we go. Solid beat too. It's a solid song from Gen 4.
Oh yeah, Eterna Forest, very memorable. Yeah, I am incredibly here for Team Aqua Polycule. Okay, your turn. Hit me with one.
Let's see.
Also, chat, if you wanna hit us with any, then
yeah, if you have suggestions,
please.
chat, to add in, we will also. Oh no, I need to sit through the tutorial. That's right. I was gonna go for something easy like Cynthia, but the retired cop in Sun and Moon with all of the Meowth? Nanu.
Yes. Oh man. Nanu is so hard to read because part of me feels like he might just be Griller to the core. No, I feel like Nanu is giving me like AAA energy, honestly. That's agender, asexual, aromantic. He's just here to vibe, and he is so exhausted by everyone getting in the way of that. Whether that
I was gonna say that I think Nanu is Grey Ace, like Demi. You'd have to be able to kind of like understand the nature of dark types and Meowth just as much as him. And when you kind of have that neutral understanding, then he'd be interested in a relationship with you. But otherwise, he's good. He has more concerns like looking after rowdy teens. Perfectly fine, Crying Cryptid. Nanu is one of the best characters of that gen. I really like that character. I must say, maybe it's my taste in men, but it was kind of playing through a lot of that game. And you see Lucamine a handful of times, and I'm like, yes, get it, girl. You're great. Love an emotionally abusive mother. And then Nanu came up and I'm like, oh no, he's hot. He's so tired. He's so tired. I want to take care of him.
Yeah, this is 2022. We're leaving behind I want to fix him. We are now doing I want to tend to him.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, I'm just picking up some Pokeballs.
Gotta get some MFing
definitely.
potions.
Yeah, for real. These potions do be MFing. Okay. Ooh, let's see. Oh man. The Dragon Elite 4 member from Gen 3, I think his name is Drake.
Oh, with the bear chest.
Bare chest, big stash, yeah, sideburns. Man's looking like he walked out of the frickin' what is it, the lighthouse? He's gonna be asking you, if you're a real wiki.
He has realized that he's straight, but in the bad old days, him and Archie were a thing for a bit, and then they realized ideologically they could never sail the seven seas together.
Damn. This
This conversation is amazing.
What is that called? I feel like there's a Japanese term for this that's like a February-December relationship or something like that. Since I can't imagine they're quite adjacent in terms of age ranges. Or quite
true. He's definitely older than Archie.
Man, did Drake catch feelings because he's like, oh man, I'm actually emotionally connecting to someone. Is this romantic love? And it was like,
it was like, nah.
Absolutely later, it's like, oh, this is just what you get to experience when you haven't internalized tons of toxic masculinity.
He can just have a really positive relationship with another man, and then it doesn't have to be. I like that. He went through a whole bunch of things being like, I really care about this other man. Does this mean I'm gay? I went through a whole bunch of things and then was like, no, it doesn't. I'm allowed to love other men without it needing to be an intimate romantic love. It's fine. And then just kind of like grew as a person. Went on a journey. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Somebody from Gen 5, maybe.
I feel like N is going to be the end. Like, there's so much you could say about N that I feel like we have to save him for later.
Yeah, unfortunately, even though he's like prime Nagato Komaeda age and energy, there is something about how naive he is to human relationships, where I don't think he would be able to have a healthy human relationship. Not a healthy one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm sure in like the anime or whatever, where they give him more of a personality outside of his specific relationship with Pokemon, he's just, you know, big twink, big twink. But
Okay, I gotta say though, I feel like N is the kind of person who is like non-binary in a very genderful way, and like they don't.
I mean, I understand that. I definitely understand that feel.
I'm talking the kind of person where it's like you have the, you know, you have different layers of gender where it's like, okay, listen, we just met, you can he, him, me, or whatever, that's fine. Then like, oh, you get to know, you know, you get to know me better, okay, hitting you with the they, thems and whatnot. And then it's like, for the people who I'm really close to, we're getting into like xenogender territory, we're getting into like, you know, when I describe my gender, I'm going to be talking about the way that leaves fall from trees in some seasons, but not others. And
some proper fae gender. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's it. That real esoteric stuff that is like so. Only someone. It could really only be put in that specific way by someone whose name is, and I am going to. Okay, no, actually,
What is N's full name? Please do tell me. Oh, and that's the end of the playlist. While you tell me, let me go put on some other video game beats. What is N's full name?
Ooh, wish me luck, gamers. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, give me 3 guesses.
Okay.
And then I want you to, tell me how many, we're gonna like semi-wordle this. If I tell me how many of them I got right, but don't tell me which I got right.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. It's 3 names. Oh, right, because it rhymed with Tropius. I think the last one is Gropius. I think it's Naturalia something Gropius. Oh, no, this is killing me.
I can only accept full answers, Rafi.
I know. This is destroying me. Oh, man, okay. So words that are entering my head that I know it is not. Lucamine, that's another character. Encyclopedia, that's still... Just because it sounds like it could doesn't mean that it is. Also, why is your starter 9?
Because I leveled up twice from fighting the Purloin.
Oh, really? Wow.
It was already just about to hit level 8, so it leveled up twice.
Yeah. Okay. There's also, it's definitely like long and Latin-y.
So currently we're at Naturalia, Encyclopedia, Gropius, did you say?
Not Naturalia, not Naturalia. Got those running shoes, thank goodness. Okay. I'm gonna say Naturalia. Oh, okay, it's not Europa. Or Eurovision. God, if his middle name was
I mean his middle name could be Eurovision, and I'd be like, no, I understand and believe it.
Okay. I'm also encountering my first Pokemon, and it is a Pat Rat. God damn it, we couldn't get away from this freaking thing for long.
Yeah, it's a Pat Rat for me too.
Okay, his middle name is not Evanescence. I'm trying.
You're gonna have to lock one in eventually. Stop cowarding out and pick one.
Okay, You're okay. Naturalia, Vibranum. No, Naturalia, cystofibrosis. Not that one either. You have to
Wakanda forever,
understand.
and just does an X with his hands, and then gets into an invisible jet.
You have to acknowledge that everything I've said sounds like what it is, even if it's not.
Shut up and pick a nickname for Pat Rat.
Okay. Oh yeah, geez, Pat Rat. Well, Jesus. Oh, well, I can't go for Okay. Got it. I've got it. I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Fang. Cyclofang.
Oh my god, I was trying to get encyclopedia in there, but this turned out legitimately cool sounding.
Is that what's the spacing / capitalization on this?
I think it's let's see, CYC. I think we do this camel case.
Cyclofang. It sounds like a either something you would see in an illegible font on a band t-shirt, or it is like an early 2000s virus.
So true. Okay, my Cyclofang is plus defense minus speed, and
plus special attack minus special defense.
Not great, but at least
not useful. But I guess it's not. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. I guess we live in.
We are living, and it's level 7, which means less grinding time. At least mine is.
I do believe the work now is to get all these things to around level 10.
Yeah, I think so.
To the next area, and then level 12 to fight the boss.
Ooh, okay. I've had time to think about it. I didn't spend that time thinking about it because I was too busy experiencing Cyclofang. I'm now running back to heal.
Yeah, all of my team are a bit nicked.
Oh man, what is N's middle name?
What is N's middle name? The names that you've given made me forget what the real name was for a moment. But now I remember.
I know this isn't it, but I'm gonna put it out there because this is the closest I've gotten. Naturalia Eurydice Gropius.
1.5.
What? Okay. Oh man, the worst part is that every time I start to think about what N's name might be, my brain wants to fill the N with Nausicaa. Oh, 1.5. That is.
Yeah, not quite 2.
Well, I know I think Gropius is right. I'm pretty sure Gropius is right. Which out of all of the names that weird lad has, it is kind of a shame that is the real one. Let's see. So I guess maybe Castor was just trying to subtly give me a benefit of the doubt there when they said Naturalia or something like that, and I said no, it's not Naturalia. What if it really is Nausicaa? No, it's not Nausicaa. Let's see. I'm going to incinerate a Lillipup. I'm going to check my stats first.
Ooh, that's crap. Nice. Get out of here, youngster Jimmy.
I'm not even sure that his middle name begins with a V anymore. I mean, with an E anymore. I do. Man, who wrote this? Who did this?
I actually don't know where I know N's real name from, but I know I've heard it enough times to know it's correct.
This is, in some fringe groups, there's the concept of downloading, which is where an external force, generally a supernatural force, or like an alien or something like that will send data directly into your brain, and I have to believe that this is how you acquired the knowledge.
Oh yeah,
of what
through the
N's true name
morphogenetic
is.
field. Yes. Yeah. Best thing is, all three of these Pokemon could probably learn Brick Break pretty cleanly.
Trying to think of variations of Naturalia, and my brain immediately goes to Naturalissimo, which is...
I'm now going to just double check that I have the name right, otherwise I'm going to be...
Naturalissimo is just making you reflect on how funny it would be if N was Italian.
Yeah, it is what I thought it was, but you're making me second guess myself, so I had to double check.
Good, I'm accidentally gaslighting my friend.
You're gonna have to commit to the second guess, and this will be your last one too.
Oh, not 3, okay.
No, I mean, if you want it to be 3, but you're taking your time.
You're right. Here's what I'm gonna say. I think this will be my last one for now, and I think we'll have these...
You're gonna stockpile that last guess, huh?
Yeah, well, if I don't get it this time, my next guess... Why don't we say this? I get 2 guesses every gym leader.
Okay. All right, until you get it. Well, then I won't reveal it to you, but know that you're at 1.5 for now until you make your second guess.
That's fine. I'm playing the long game, baby. So, oh man, it's just the hard thing is like for this middle name, I just know I gotta flip through my internal dictionary of like lengthy, poetic sounding, very like classical Latin sounding words, and that's a big dictionary, folks. There's a lot of baloney out there.
Big dictionary energy.
God damn it.
I will say if we beat the first gym leader, I will letter correct maybe. If you have a word that's the wrong word, if you have a word that starts with the wrong letter, I'll give you the correct one maybe.
Good thinking. Oh man, this is the real challenge, honestly. Now I have the master motivation I need to succeed.
Stress.
Okay. Also, me encountering Cyclofang. Oh sweet, it's level 7. Great, that means that I get to I don't have to grind as much. Me encountering other level 7 pat rats. Oh my god, why is it so scary? This is unfair.
I just remembered that actually there's a mandatory fight to do. We get to next town. I'm gonna go back and heal.
Yes, be careful.
But the trainers weren't a problem. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and heal before I fight Sharon. Love to fight a purloin, a single purloin that spams assist.
Right, I was just thinking of exactly that. It's like, do you think they just programmed that badly, or do you think that they were trying to teach something to the player?
Well, as I understand, the design philosophy is that trainers who aren't gym leaders or Elite Four members don't use TMs. And so Pokemon will naturally have anything that they'll have on them. Yeah, Ruben. Good evening, Ruben. We are doing our 3rd run, so this is the start of the game again. This is us having managed to only catch 3 things so far. Yes, we got swept.
Oh no, indeed.
We got swept last time we played. We were doing really well. We were planning really well. We were making all the right moves. And then the gym leader went and used a crit takedown. And crit damage ignores defense buffs. So even though I had used 2x defense to make sure that takedown wouldn't be scary, we lost anyway.
It was especially like kind of cruel because the linchpin for me, like I won that gym leader fight no problem, easy peasy. But the reason why was because in the first and only cave encounter we had before that, I got a Roggenrola, which rock type, which resists
and has
all
40 defense.
And it truly absurd amount for such early game stuff. And my good friend over here got a Woobat, which is not it.
Squishy.
It's soft. It's squishy. It can do some very funny things in like competitive doubles cheats in later generations, but
very much
right
not
here,
right now.
It's like it has so many weaknesses.
Oh, Ruben. So a game that we've been playing to kind of fill in some time while we're catching up to where we were is choosing a Pokemon character, a person, not
we
a
should
Pokemon,
get back to that.
and deciding whether they're straight or if they're queer, and if so, if they are part of the queer umbrella, what gender or sexuality do they identify as? So, Ruben, go give us one. And then tell us your thoughts after we've opined. In the meantime, you still need to go make your second guess. What is that middle name?
No, I've been called out. Okay.
You can't escape. I was initially like, oh my god, did you get crit? But no, it's just a call out on twitch.com.
I've been crit by this call out. Let's see. I know Naturalia isn't right for the first name. It's close, but it's not quite there. So it's like probably is. It can't be Naturalium. There's no way. But I feel like there is a like Allium or ending with a lum in there.
Middle name the.
Yeah, and it's
my Sonic OC, Naturalia, the gropiest.
Cannot be displayed on this stream.
What type of animal is that? Oh, it's just a gropius, you know? What's that grass gym leader with the crop top and the cloak? What gender are they? Because it might be one or the other.
Crop top and a cloak. Goodness. That's...
Because you might be thinking of Gardenia from Gen 4, maybe?
Oh, I do not remember Gardenia. I'm gonna have
Who
to
remembers any of the gym leaders from Gen 4?
Redhead.
Redhead, grass... Let me go.
Oh, you've run into the encounter at the end. Good luck.
Yeah, it's level 9 across the board. I'll be fine.
I see. Yeah, I'm still at 8, but I haven't hit the trainers yet, so I'm gonna go do that now.
Gardenia looks like this.
Are you putting it on stream or in chat?
I will put it on stream, I think. Well, no, we'll put it in chat first. No, while you're thinking of it, we can do this tech, because I think summoning pictures would be useful across our adventure. So
agreed. Okay.
Let's see here.
Oh man, what if it was Naturalio, like frickin' Mario's artistic brother?
I don't think rock. This?
Chiravio.
Oh. Ugh. This is rock.
God, what if his middle name is Forsythia? I feel like it's a flower, but...
Interesting choice. But yeah, Gardenia, for everybody, looks like this. Oh, no, that's not it either. Gosh darn. Well, ish. Here we go. Oh. That was the thing, but it wasn't an isolated picture. It was just a shot of the Bulbapedia webpage. It wasn't what I intended. Yeah. You would assume that I would know how to OBS at this point. This is Gardenia.
Oh, her! Oh,
yeah.
Man. Jeez. Okay. Oh man, I forgot about her.
I mean, who hasn't?
Okay, let's see.
Your voice.
Is she a turf? I kind of don't want that to be true, but I'm also kind of like, it might be true.
I mean, ooh. Is that just turf bangs that she's got tucked up
Right?
in that bandana, her weird hairstyle? Like, is this how Ken Sugimori would draw turf bangs? I think maybe.
Oh man.
Good God. I don't want that to be the answer for Ruben's pick, but I don't know. I'm seeing no lies here.
I don't think. Oh no!
Oh no!
Childhood crush.
Oh no!
Okay, so here's what I'll say though. Here's what I'll say. I feel like there is one universe. Really, what I feel like it is that she probably like fell into some real turfy stuff, and then like because she is so what's the term I'm looking for? It's, you know, it's not just turf bangs. It's also, you know, she's got those heavy boots on. She is like, she's there to, you know, dig up some freaking weeds and get gardening and, you know, do some planting. That I feel like there's a significant chance that she was able to take a step back and
she took a sabbatical, went out to the wilderness, did some healing, and now she's, you know, a butch lesbian with a loving relationship with a beauty from like Gen 1, like the ones that go to Erica's gym. Oh, yes, that's right. Because in Gen 6, like X and Y, in the battle tower, one of the comments of one of the beauties is like, oh, I used to be a black belt, like the trainer type, who are all exclusively male. And she's like, isn't the marvel of medicine wonderful? So, you know, yeah. She was like, Gardenia was super turfy in high school. Then somebody kind of like, you know, sat her down. She realized how horrible she'd been, went on a wilderness sabbatical. Exactly, Ruben. Social media cleanse, goes into the woods, returns as a he-him lesbian, delightful relationship with a trans beauty from France. Excellent. 10 out of 10.
Gamers, I think we got it. I think we nailed that one. I am currently still going through the route to catch up with you, but I will be there in due time. Don't forget to get the dusk ball.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Good call for a dusk ball.
How important items are. I will just continue to use bite until you die.
I feel like N's middle name might also be some derivative of like revolution or something.
Revolutionary N, you Dana.
Beanhound is 9. Love it. Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can get through a tackle. Yeah, you're just gonna. Oh my gosh. All right, fine. Well, you spent your Oranberry. That's actually a good thing. Then I can switch into something else and can finish the fight for me. Into Beanhound, who has the better attack, I think. Whitney.
Ooh, well, I'm trying to remember which. Let me see.
They have the milk tank from Gen 2.
Okay, I get Whitney and Erica confused.
So Whitney is one of those gym leaders who has exclusively women as part of her gym, but I don't think she's a lesbian. I don't know. I think she is maybe, or she is aro. She's aromantic, and she's never started up a romance. The only thing in her eyes which she finds at all alluring is a 5 stacked rollout against some poor sod. But she does have an aesthetic eye for beautiful women and invites them to join her gym. But personally, not into she's not into striking up a romantic relationship at any point. Also, she's like super bratty.
Honestly, I think it checks out. God.
Bratty sub Arrow Whitney confirmed.
Also,
These are
to note that her title is The Incredibly Pretty Girl.
Picture this. Read about lesbians in a book once after moving to the city, figured things out from there. So this is, yeah, it's an entirely aesthetic, like academic fascination. It's kind of toxic, actually, which I think fits her battle style. What's your judgment, Joe? What's the verdict? How does it match to your headcanon? I need to know.
Yeah, we need these facts for academic reasons.
We're doing science here. This is going to be the entire stream. It'd be very funny if it was the entire stream.
You know what? That's content, baby. I think like just thinking, you know, the question of who are the hottest human Pokemon characters has been asked and answered, and this is one potential way to to do something fresh in a similar space. The other way is to strike the human part of that, but we're not ready for that conversation. Anyway.
Not during the period. I mean, we're already technically striking. Actually, no. I think it would be actually awful if a Twitch front page was like, oh, you're talking about sexuality, you can't be on the front page. That's not how that works. You know, sexuality and gender are not taboo topics, and we're not making it like horny. So I think we're fine. I think we're fine.
I agree. Okay, I'm fine. Just a Lillipup from Bianca. Oh, I crit. Okay, but I'm still switching out because Lord.
Yeah, don't gamble. Don't gamble.
I am not, my friend. I am playing.
Spider Solitaire.
The phrase that came to mind is, "I am playing so conservatively, you'd be afraid to tell me you're not cis."
Wow, very good, very good. Also terrifying. Good lord. Hey, actually, real talk, Joe, Ruben, depending on the evenings that you're having and depending if this is the podcast that you want to be part of, I am entirely fine with you joining us on mic and being part of this grand discussion of discovering the gender/sexuality of most of the cast of Pokemon's trainers. But that's only if you're down. You don't have to. You can just vibe and chat if you want. No pressure.
Man, I gotta get this middle name suggestion in here before we fight the gym leader.
Before we fight the gym leader, you're wasting that free guess.
I hate wasting things.
Ah, sorry to hear, Ruben. Get that honey and lemon. Get that honey and lemon and ginger. Keep it cozy.
Well, you know what? We appreciate you vibing in chat nonetheless.
Ooh,
good
Super
to
Monkey
have
Ball
people
too.
that we can
Sorry, give me a
talk
second.
to.
Give me a second. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. We've got some Super Monkey Ball.
Oh hell yeah.
Monkey Soccer.
It is confirmed. Ruben sucking that lemon. Non-stop citrus.
The citrus be hitting though.
What that citrus do?
I don't think anybody wants to find that citrus do unless they want to go to A&E real fast.
Yeah, I'd love to take a quiz on status conditions.
Oh yes, for the full restore. No, I'm not repeating that. I can't. I'll go to jail. But know that I did read what you said, and I am nodding. Being like, word, I understand.
I read it, I support it, I enjoy it.
Oh, you enjoy it, do you?
Just saying, can't get scurvy in this house.
No, as resident pirate, Captain Oromar Vale, I do understand the. Can you get scurvy in the sky? I don't know if anybody's brought that up on the podcast. I might need to ask. Let's see, another trainer while you're desperately trying not to think of a middle name.
I just went into the Sharon fight and threw my starter out first, like a dingus.
Yeah, me too. I entirely forgot that they lead on their start.
I'm just gonna switch out, not going to risk a super effective crit water gun. Bill, the PC guy. Oh man.
Oh, Bill! We haven't talked about Bill yet.
Bill. He kind of is a science guy, though, if you think about it.
I definitely can see Bill as Transmask. I definitely can read Bill as Transmask for sure. The thing is, though, I think Bill is, Bill's sexuality is just really heavily defined by the internet. Like, I don't think all their relationships have been purely theoretical. So they don't really know what they're into, but they've seen the widest of what the internet has to offer, but they don't really know what the truth is for themselves yet, I don't think. Into bubbly washing machine? Oh yeah.
I feel like Bill's got those "do not crit me." Beanhound went from 27 to 9 HP. Terrifying. Yeah. This is kind of bad, actually. Because Beanhound is at 9, Cyclofang is at 13, Bling is at 31, but... Okay,
switch into... you can use the... You've got Potion on you. You can just heal off that damage, you right?
Yeah. Assuming that Oshawott does not kill me while I'm at 25, which would honestly be impressive. Okay, I think... Yeah, we're healing Beanhound because they can outspeed... Oh, thank you for tail whipping so much. Okay. So
They threw.
I feel like Bill's got those programmer socks.
As I say, terminally online, they know where to get the programmer socks from.
I feel like Bill has curious tastes. I think these scientific pursuits are not exclusively motivated by science.
Oh, I see. They spent a lot of time putting that transporter together, you know?
Yeah. Man's got turned into a Clefairy, and that was not an accident.
I genuinely wonder how many young people back in like 1999 or in like actually no, now, so like the teenagers who are playing like Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, who get to Bill and see them like leave the teleporters in Need Arena and are like, oh, I wish it were me.
Hey Joe, when are you picking up LGP?
We also got a suggestion for Clay, the ground type gym leader from...
Oh, is he the one with the big pants?
He's one of the big pants, but he's also a Texan billionaire, so he's very straight.
Very, very... Okay, I feel like Clay does not understand what trans people are, like... to the point where like he will just constantly confuse gender and sexuality. If his daughter came out as trans, he'd be like, listen, I don't get it, but whatever makes you happy. But so I don't feel like he'd be like a jerk, but I feel like this is so
Joe, Clay is decked out in so many gems. Hold on. Now that we've got the tech to kind of show you what these characters look like.
Play on stream. I am just stuck at level 9. I think
there is a diamond in this dude's hat. That is the largest diamond. Please. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm heading into the dream yard to start fighting these trainers. Do you know
Alright, cool.
what they have? If I can just look
There's
that up.
like a one with 2 purloin. That's clay. There is a big diamond in that man's hat. Also, his like gym is borderline fracking with how deep you go into the earth.
Yeah.
So I don't trust it. He's a nice he's like nice to you, but that doesn't unfortunately absolve him of his variety of environmental crimes. The deep lore, goodness me.
Okay.
I demand a middle name from you.
Yeah, I was just saying my time's running out, so I think I gotta submit one, and I'm gonna commit a dangerous action, TM. I am not going to. If I keep thinking about it, I'm not going to come up with something good. So I'm just going to let it roll straight from the tip of my head to the tip of my tongue. So, okay, N's full name is Naturalica Veronica Gropius.
Veronica, you say? Mm-hmm.
I knew it was a bad idea, but I locked it in. I don't have a choice.
It's still at 1.5, I'm afraid. But if we beat the gym, I will give you a letter of one of their names.
I need a letter so badly. Oh man, I really thought that not overthinking it would help me, and then I said Veronica.
A reasonable choice. A reasonable
It's
choice.
not. It's not.
Yeah. But unfortunately.
It's only long and begins with a V. That does not constitute reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Let me go and, as a reward, you can choose the next trainer for us to discuss.
Oh, yes. Okay, let's see. Oh, Steven.
Oh, Steven Stone?
Mm-hmm.
He's Pan, and happens to have kind of like a kind of like a queer mentor relationship with a lot of internet people. You know, he was very willing to go and give out that No.
completely different take from chat.
I can't read that either. Like he was very willing to give out that the mobile phone to you, and he's like, call me at any time you need anything. You know, I'm happy to emotionally and potentially even financially support you.
Did he think the player was an egg?
I mean, depending, who knows?
Goodness.
It's like, you know, I know that starting out on your journey is really difficult, and you're going to be running into lots of people who aren't going to accept you for what you are. And the trend is like, yes, starting my Pokemon journey is really difficult, and Team Magma are not accepting of the fact that I am stopping them from... Why is this so hard to explain to you? There, I know that the struggle can mean that you lash out sometimes. Stephen!
Sometimes a Mega Evolution bracelet is just a Mega Evolution bracelet. A Silph Scope is just a Silph Scope.
Yeah, it's so difficult to put together who you want to be as a train. Just doing big air quotes with his... Goodness me. Yes, no, I like this. Okay. Are you ready to go pick up your monkey?
I am currently carving through the last trainer's powder rat nest, and then I will be ready. Cool. Beanhound has hit 10, and the flinches are non-stop from his mouth. Thank you.
Spamming them bites. I've been leaning on tackle for stab, but to be honest, flinch hacks is probably the way to go, especially if you have speed.
I thought of a strategy for doubles last night that is like it's not good, but it will still lose you friends for how annoying it is. Okay, but I just cleared the last trainer and got Beanhound to 11, bless you. So I'm going to Get that monkey. We will get funky. We'll give it a name, and then I'll describe the strategy that can only be described as chunky. Okay. Yes, I do want this pan sage. Man, the fact that you can say no, I wonder if that just locks you out, or if you can just come back.
I think it means you come back later.
Probably. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, let's see.
Nickname. I'm already there. Are you not there yet?
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Disco.
Disco Pete. Disco
Yes.
Pete. Let's go.
Disco Pete. Disco Pete is in the building. I love this.
Oh my god, disco. That's obviously 2 words.
Yeah. Amazing. Disco Pete. Amazing. Volkner from Gen 4, the electric gym leader.
Oh, jeez. Oh man. Let's see. I gotta look him up.
Does the chat need to be reminded of Volkner?
I think it'd probably be a good idea, even though he was in the shiny.
I mean, nobody remembers from Gen 4, so.
It might have just come out, but still, maybe Volkner.
There is a
too.
specific artwork of Volkner that I want to choose specifically because it is.
Is it the one where he looks depressed?
Yes.
I kind of figured.
It's such a good art. Because I think that picture of him, I think, is very indicative of what his gender be like, or his sexuality be like.
Okay. What?
Yeah, this is Volkner. So yeah, what's the word on Volkner? How do they ID?
It's tough. I mean, like, I feel like he's probably gay, but I feel like it's also like, I think he may also be demi-romantic, and the fact that he just has a hard time finding people he connects to. Really seems like I'm sure that is what is on his mind when Kensugi Mori drew him.
I was gonna say disaster bisexual, spent a lot of his teenage years listening to a lot of depression core, a lot of Tyler the Creator. He's all kind of like, I too can be a disaffected teen into hip hop music. I just don't tell any of my friends that I think it's cool.
When I think of disaster bisexuals, I think of like, these are people who are kind of too much. What is the name of, like, I know he's Stanner, but what is the name of the electric gym leader?
Oh, Elisa. Elisa's a disaster bisexual. Sure.
Yeah, that's who I would think of for that. Okay, so what level are we trying to hit now?
We need to be level 12 by the time we fight the gym leader.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, I need to check what stats this monkey has. Plus speed, minus special attack. So,
jeez, Gladion.
So that means Incinerate is even worse. I might as well just not bother and just go and just spam bite until the ace dies.
Honestly, probably not a terrible idea. Joe in chat is
Gladion. Yeah. The rival from Sun and Moon. Delightful edgelord. Gladion. I think Baby Gay has a poster of Volkner on his bedroom wall in the same way one would have a Boyzoned member. For sure.
I feel like Gladion is transmask. I think the you've got the hoodie, you've got the bad parental relationship. Because you
Oh,
know
Lusamine is
Lusamine-
absolutely like we were like that gym leader from Gen 4, give me turf vibes. Lusamine, absolutely, absolutely a turf.
God, too. Oof, man. Lusamine going and like writing fake news just to poison the well more. She is absolutely
Nobody who's
just-
supporting the Aether Foundation would be wrong.
She's just going Lusamine Rogan podcast.
I have to say, funny thing. I'm trying not to take an eye on viewer numbers because that's not healthy a thing to do. But I love that when we started making the discussion topic of like which Pokemon characters are gay, our viewership tanked by a number of people, and I'm like, good, we've weeded out the cowards. Now the truly strong remain. The truly strong remain.
Yeah, previous days fake chat. Today, real chat. Thank you.
Chat. Thank you for being real ones. Yeah. Gladion, transmask, and baby gay for sure. I didn't need to use Lear there.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one, and this one is gonna be hard. This is because this is not a specific named character. This is a character class.
Oh.
I'm asking about, and I'm gonna put the sprite in chat, or would you like me to send you the sprite?
Either or, and I can put it on screen.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you. The bird keeper from Gen 4.
Oh. So tiny.
So tiny.
I can see this being a very interesting question. Looking at this design. It's so small. Hold on. It's so small.
Size. Okay, hold on. I'm wondering.
So
surely
small.
there's like some official that I can get.
Very, very professional here.
Send screenshots of the Discord.
There we go. We did it. I mean, incredibly kind of like. They're gender fluid, but are like when they have to go to their zookeeper job, they're just like she, her's fine. You know, whatever. But like outside of work, neopronouns all the time. They're fine with she, her, but yeah. Very Zay-Zem energy.
I agree. I stan, I protect, I fight for. I'm like, I want to hear what Nathan has to say. I gotta keep my damn mouth shut on this one because I'm gonna project so damn hard onto this like 26 by 26 pixel character.
This spread of pixels is very gender. No, I understand. Back in the day, before there was like actual like render art of the characters playing through Undertale, I'm like, Metaton sure is very gender.
Yeah.
And that was like while they were basically a metal oblong, and then they turned into a noodle oblong, and it was like, nope, still.
The coin flips and yet the face stays the same.
Yeah. I should go fight a trainer. Let's go fight the first trainer in the gym.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I am
level 11 is fine. We'll be on curve by the time we hit the
I'm
end.
getting nothing from fighting the little things down in the previous route because they're coming at me with like
somebody gives us orange berries, right? Do you remember where?
I thought Sharon gave it to us.
Did that happen and I just mashed through that?
It probably. I'm thinking the same thing. I have no strong memory of getting buried up.
Yeah. We just mashed through them, but we did get them.
Okay. Skill gaming.
Don't need them right now, but we will probably need them for the fight. So.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be maining Disco Pete and Beanhound. I love these names. We did such a good job this
Disco
time.
Pete is very good. I'm so I guess I can't be super mad that, well, I guess in this environment every Pokemon that we have is useful. Every Pokemon is sacred. So it's a bit of a shame that Pansear is so effing useless. But
Early a joke. But hey, it means I get Pansage, who is kind of ugly, but still certainly is actually contributing. Yeah, I'm gonna take on the first trainer.
Mm-hmm. Part of me wants to get Beanhound to level 13. Helping Hand. But do. Just an ally. Oh god, who needs that?
Oh yeah, that's doubles only. Don't even bother. So I gotta know, Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
What Pokemon character is your gender? And we're doing hard mode for me, so we're only talking about the humans.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's hard mode for you too, since no Rotom.
I mean, if there was an actual Pokemon like one of the monsters that is gender, that would be Xurkitree. But
yes, good point. Good
that would be Xurkitree. But if we're talking the trainers, I would probably say, oh no, I've forgotten his name. I want to say Churn, but Churn is our rival here. So his name hasn't come up. He's in this game though. He's the Steel type adept who's like with the big hair and the vocal samples on his boss fight music.
Oh, I don't remember this guy.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go find it. Hold on. Chat's gonna beat me to it, but it's there is a character from Gen 5 who is Steel type affiliated and carries lots of different machines. His signature Pokemon is Magnezone. And it begins with C. And I'm gonna have to do the roundabout of like notable Steel type trainers. Notable Steel type trainers. Colress.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, no, I love Colress.
He's like
the drip is on point, the hair is on point. He's a villain technically, but there is
technically a villain. You can argue there is wiggle room. Okay, I got through the first battle.
Now Colress is too big. Hold on.
Yeah, specifically the hand. That's gender.
We're making it work.
Man's got a software logo coming out of his glasses and hair.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he's repping Microsoft Edge, but I can't help it. I love him.
Ruben saying Dr. Homo S. Actual.
Internet Explorer vibes, yes. No, exactly. But no, I love Chorus. Chorus is great.
God, he's like one of the you know the like OS tan thing where yeah, he's like one of those, except a guy and Internet Explorer.
I mean, in a even though obviously this is a fantastic setting and everything, that most of the trainers you meet are quite grounded. They're maybe eccentric, but pretty grounded as people. They're like people that could exist. Colress is almost a living computer.
True.
Like, you know, if somebody was walking around dressed as like the protagonist, or even as Elisa, you'd be like, oh, you know, Elisa is in a really high fashion outfit. Like Colress in the streets, you're like, who? What is that? What are they wearing?
You see this guy coming from like a mile away, and you're like, what is?
Because they've definitely come out of like an office building. They're clearly nowhere near any kind of like convention. You're like, what's going on? Please discuss the shorts guy. Youngster Joey is a child, so no. Youngster Joey is baby.
Gender is shorts. Next. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Seeing Colress walking around Alola was very funny to me, just for how badly he fit in.
Milo. Oh, Milo from Sword and Shield. So many gay men were feeling some type of way about Milo, but Milo has the face of a child, and no, that doesn't work. It's scary. It's spooky. I mean, he's definitely like Milo is definitely a muscle gay, but couldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Don't want to go anywhere near the complicatedness of what they're about and who they're about. You don't need to bulk that hard to be a farmer. So there are other reasons why they've decided to get that beefy, and there's usually a lot to personally unpack emotionally if you're bodybuilding that hard. So I think they probably need to resolve some things about themselves. But yes, he's definitely a cis gay.
Shaming SMDH.
Dang.
Okay, let's see. I got through the first trainer, who is a level 11 Lillipup, and the next is just 2 level 10, so I feel like I can probably keep going with Disco Pete.
Yeah, and I think I might just kind of keep walking through Beanhound, although put on Oran berries on everybody.
But
it must suck for Milo. Could he grow a beard if he tried? No. He's had a beard in the past, but not in his face.
Oh man, what if Milo has like some kind of hormonal imbalance that just makes it so that he, can't grow a beard. Muscle growth was very hard. Also kind of imagining he might have kind of a high voice. Just picturing like the bulking up as being a
opinion on Grant. Grant is from X and Y, so everybody is like bisexual at minimum across the board. But particular kind of like I mean I think Grant is a very straightforward person. I don't think he's had a complicated he's not had a complicated thought in his life, least of all gender. But I think he knows how to show people a good time. I think he'd be very good at taking people on dates. I mean, a lot of them would involve rock climbing, but the view at the end of it would make it worth it. If you're crawling, you're climbing to the top of Geosenge town at sunset, and it's reflecting off all the crystals. Gonna be a good date night. But he's an uncomplicated person.
Okay, that being said, I feel like I could also totally see... I feel like Grant would have like a lot of fans, boys, or, men, women, those who know better, all across the board. And I'm just kind of picturing him standing at the top of a giant rock wall with his arms crossed and the same, like, faintly annoyed expression on his face. Where it's like, yeah, you can come swarm around me if you can make it up this giant wall.
Hey, that's one way to avoid those, I guess gym leaders go through parasocial relationships, eh?
I'm in danger.
Are you okay?
Okay. I had Disco Pete, so basically, enemy Pat Rat used Bide. I hit it twice thinking that the second attack would kill it. It's literally on 1 HP. It's a single pixel. I don't remember if I outspeed or not.
You do have an X defend on you. And X defend will outspeed any attacks. It means you won't have it from the gym leader, but it might be the difference.
I'm gonna real quick check and see. Also, like, how does Bide calculate damage? Does it just return equal to damage, or is it like double? Double.
It used to be double anyway. I don't know if it still is.
Let me see.
We are Gen 5.
Equal to twice. That's, I mean, in Gen 1, I don't see anything saying that it does less than that. Here's the thing. I've probably done enough damage to it that it
Is it is bide priority once it's used?
I wouldn't think so. Yeah, here's the tough thing. Okay, Disco Pete has the highest defense. It doesn't have the highest HP, but it has, okay, so I'll employ some more science. So Disco Pete, speed of 20. Cyclofang, which is one level under this Pat Rat, has a speed of 12. I think I will outspeed it. Because if I switch in, that could be a guaranteed death.
Yes.
So, okay, I'm just gonna.
And we're at the risk of losing Disco Pete.
We are at the risk of losing Disco Pete, but I feel like basically anything that I choose, like if I switch something in, it probably dies. So I'm going to take the gamble on. Okay. Disco Pete is dead.
Oh, Disco Pete died.
Disco Pete died. I am truly sorry.
That's sorry. I mean, that's more of a problem for you than it is for me, to be real.
That is true. I am dealing with some complicated emotions right now. Namely, I can't believe it was left on 1 HP. I am now going to destroy this. I'm going to tear this purloin to shreds. Oh, that
sucks.
That's I caught feelings for Disco Pete. I really
enjoyed
that.
It's a good name. All right, someone's PC. We're gonna have to. We once again, we have created hell and need to send our Pokemon to hell. Goodbye, Disco Pete. You never got the chance to be useful, but that is absolutely okay.
Incinerate never even got the chance to disappoint Caster again.
To be honest,
Pete, it was an honor for the Disco defeat. It was an honor for the brief time we were together. Geez, I am 11, 11, 10.
13, 11, 10.
Yeah, no, I see that you've got a 13 there, and that is.
Do you do you need to do some more grinding to kind of get things to where they need to be?
It's gonna be kind of slow, but yeah, I think I've just got to get Beanhound up to about that level, because
that's fine. Yeah, because the being able to spam bite is the modus operandi here.
Absolutely.
Right, that gives me time to kind of get Pat Rat up a level a bit. While we're doing that, we can take one of the questions that people sent. Well, I made a tweet about, hey, send us some questions to discuss, and Tom sent us a question, a Pokemon related one. What was your favorite generational mechanic your Gigantamax's Z-Powers Mega Evolutions, etc.? It's interesting because a lot of those were only introduced recently. You know, they weren't in the first couple of gens. Yeah, I don't really think generations 1 to 4 or even 5 really had any kind of like unique mechanics to them.
Yeah, not any unique mechanics that didn't stick around.
I actually quite like the Dynamaxing system because it's a boost that can be useful for all Pokemon, as opposed to Z moves, which kind of felt really specific on what they were useful for, and only a handful of things got Megas. But also, because they're only around for 3 turns, you have to make an active decision on when you kick those things in, and it becomes a bit of a game of chicken. Since if the opponent hasn't used their Gigantamax and you pop yours first, that might be the end for you, who knows? And I always found that a really interesting decision to make, rather than it just be like, oh, well, we're never going to be using regular Alakazam without the ability to turn it Mega, that's just suboptimal. it became well, we only get one Gigantamax. Who are we going to use it on and when becomes like a big additional decision. I think competitive players don't like it as much, but I don't know. I thought it was a very interesting attempt at making a new mechanic that was also competitively minded.
Yeah, I will say I'm inclined to agree. I think competitive players generally like Dynamaxing more than Megas and Z moves, because you are not learning Helping Hand, friend. The fact that it is like a HP, it's a big HP boost. Instead of being like a big offensive boost like Z crystals, because like I'll say flat out, Z moves are my least favorite. I think the cinematics get kind of old once you've seen them, and I think like the nice thing about Dynamax moves is that every Dynamax move has an effect in addition to damage. So there's fun stuff in terms of thinking about like, okay,
it sets terrain or changes your stats and things like that.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just fun working with that instead of just like big damage, please.
Move hit big.
Megas, I love the designs of a lot of Megas. I think if the Megas were strictly just a way to bring the underdogs up to compete with the rest, fine. But then
Charizard and Mewtwo are the two of the most popular Pokemon in the franchise, and so they just had to get new special abilities with their.
Or can we talk about
two of them, in fact?
Can we talk about Metagross and Mega Salamence, who like both good Pokemon already, and those Megas take them into like the Ubers tier, and it's like that. I don't know.
Who asked for this? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm here for Dynamaxing, and I would be interested. Oh, I guess it should also be mentioned that like Gigantamaxing is okay.
The ones where they have alternate designs, and I think their stats change. I don't actually understand the difference of Gigantamaxing versus regular Dynamaxing.
So here's what Gigantamaxing does. Basically, only some Pokemon can Gigantamax. It does give them a different design, and then when they're Gigantamaxed, one of their moves will be changed to a G-Max move, which is basically like a Pokemon, a signature move. And it is like, most of them are not that good. There's a couple that are alright, but like a lot of them are this will deal damage and give a status. Or I think some of them are even like has a 50% chance to give a status, so not even guaranteed. But they don't, as far as I'm aware, most of them don't seem incredible. I like, honestly, the idea of bringing in some of that mood of like, bonus forms, new designs is cool. I'm here for that. But it feels, I guess, superfluous.
I forgot that Patrat learned to detect.
Oh, yeah.
That would be interesting for stuffing Retaliate later.
True. Beanhound is currently at 12. I'm getting there, but it is
No, it's
slow
fine.
work.
Take your time. We're just fine. The fact that we've managed to do roughly what we were doing before in under 2 hours. We're definitely getting faster every time we do this.
That is true. And considering how this time we did not lose our starter, it was great. I still, the gap in my heart, the Disco Pete sized hole in my heart is aching right now.
I wish I felt the same. I genuinely wish I felt the same, but Pansear has been useless in every iteration thus far.
I am okay with being the only one hurting right now. I would not wish this upon someone else.
I mean, Pansear was maybe going to do it against Lenore, But even then, the rate of attack was so low, even though it was using super effective brick breaks and it had one of the higher attack stats amongst my team. I think that also says a lot that it had, I think, the highest attack stat in my team and it was still hitting for peanuts. It was like, oh, bad.
Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty close. I think 1 or 2 more battles and I'll be there. I'm guessing this level 4 Purloin is not going to push me over. It did not come halfway to pushing me over.
And we're gonna have to remember that the daycare center after this area there's a lot of fights there, and some of the kids monkeys can be a bit of a pain, I think. I remember one of them being a sticking point.
It's possible.
An elemental sticking point, maybe, because obviously
yeah, they have one of each. Okay. Bean Beanhound, I almost said Bean Pup, is now at 13 on my end.
Okay.
Oh man, the ghost of Disco Pete was still haunting my my overlay here. No, my friend, you are dead.
You're very gone. Come on. Just a fight to get me up to level 12, please.
See,
just as a backup in case things go horrendously wrong and they need to switch out, I realize having a secondary Pokemon of a competitive level is actually really important.
Yeah, a secondary Pokemon that is not your starter that they will be super effective against.
Well, then that would require me to go grind my parrot out as well. But we'll take the. I think even the super effective Vine Whip isn't going to take my starter out at 1 if it's a panic switch in. Because I'm going to be relying on Beanhound to clear the fight by itself. But,
yeah, so we drop in a next defend and then just bite?
Yeah, pretty much.
Makes sense.
Just kind of march through it, hope we get those flinch hexes, hope we get those occasional crits.
Right, there's a free Great Ball you get in the bottom right, so I'm going to go and grab that and... Okay, you've been doing some more grinding than I have, but let me make sure that my levels on my overlay are up to date. 13, 11, 10. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not rolling with anyone at 9. Yikes.
Yeah, no. Oof.
That would be bad.
Because there's the point where you're like, hey, it would take too long to grind up everybody to the same level, which was where I was like, oh, we can take Lenore, even though I have 1 Pokemon at 20. And that was a critical error. Let's go and give these...
3 Pokemon, 3 Oranberries. Perfect.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The ergonomics are designed by God. It wouldn't fit any other way if it wasn't intelligent design.
Yeah, the Oranberry fits in the hand so well. Why do you think that is?
Yeah. Speaking nothing of monkeys not being involved in the process. All right. Gym Boss 1, and maybe a hint about N's name if we win.
Ooh, oh, now I've really got to win.
The stakes have never been higher. All right, Sillin. Because I recognize that using an X defend at the start is going to give them a chance to use workup, but
it will, yeah, but it will. So it kind of nullifies out for the first Pokemon, but for the second Pokemon, then you're at an advantage.
Do I outspeed? I outspeed, and with a crit. Ooh.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh. Okay. And then we're gonna get a potion use here.
Let's see. Battle items X defend.
Another bite. The Oranberry kicks in. Oh, they use the Oranberry too, but it's fine. Got another crit. Lilliput down.
Okay.
Enough XP to get to 14? Not quite. All right.
No flinch on my first bite. A flinch on the second bite.
Oh, yep.
Okay, first Lilliput down, did no damage.
We've got that work up.
Battery's
On,
running low.
ooh,
Question
Vine
mark.
Whip hits reasonably hard now.
And four is
I'm going to...
Bite. I don't outspeed. Okay, I guess I'm
Ooh.
tackling.
I'm gonna go pop that fresh water and go back to 4.
Okay. Water gun deals 15 damage to me, and I have
It's
15
faster
health
than me?
left.
Oh, come on!
What happened?
Come on! Look
Oh.
at this.
Yeah.
And it outspeeds me, so I have to heal, otherwise I die.
Did water gun do less damage to me then? Okay. I'm playing it safe. I don't want to get crit death for Beanhound. Their Panpour is 1 hit away from death, but I'm potioning up. Okay.
Messy, but we did it. But we did it.
No!
Huh?
How did Beanhound die?
No!
How is this happening?
No! No, that's my strongest Pokemon. You can't. You're not allowed. Oh no.
The Panpour is dead. Now it is just... Oh, man.
Oh, shoot.
I don't... Oh, I'm so...
I gain no XP from this fight then. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We move. We move. We got mad cash though.
I am sorry, friend. I genuinely do not understand how those damage rolls were going really high and really low. They must have been hitting the extremes, because it went from dealing 8. A water gun went from dealing 8 damage to me to dealing 15.
Oh, I guess that's a special attack, so X defend doesn't matter.
That is true, but still doesn't explain those damage rolls. I guess I should have just kept healing until I knew I could tank even a crit.
Right. Beanhound goes to the PC, and once again we are back down to 2 Pokemon. But we do still have our starter, and that is actually the priority thing that matters.
And my Cycle of Fang is at 11. Okay. Oh man, thank you, chat, for lending us the strength when we need it. We made it past the first gym leader, and we are going to have many more Pokemon coming on our journeys. Because we're nearing the point, we're gonna be hitting a bunch more gyms now.
Blitzel becomes available.
Roggenrola
becomes available. Hopefully, Throwsork or the Machop replacement, Timber. Timpole is also not useless, although not really great against the gym leader.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, man. Goodbye, Beanhound. I'm sorry. Good name, good friend. This does remind me that I meant to mention much earlier before before it became a little cruel to say it, that the fact that Lillipup doesn't have a snout, it's just like a little
tiny nose. Yeah.
Very tiny nose and flat face. Sorry, the all caps hell. I forgot it was all caps. Fennel is taking me up to send Beanhound to the dream world.
Is that what they call it now? Oh boy, oh boy. It's okay, we are proceeding. We are proceeding.
Man, yeah, now I'm gonna have to be pretty careful about who I'm going up against, because I need to check the...
I still have to speak to Fennel.
Gotta check the levels of people on the next route, because I hate to picture it, but I may have to grind on route. Oh no, we're going to Dreamyard first.
Oh yeah, we get access to Dreamyard. So there is a fight there though.
True. Yeah, let me take a look at how big this fight is. I
might want to get Cyclofang up to level 12.
You and me both. Good night, sweet prince. Okay, now I can finally made it to the PC after Fennel
Talked your
gesticulated
ear
a lot.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, and also been looking at information online. Okay, so the wild Pokemon are 8 to 11. We got that 20% chance to get a Mona, so we'll need to. Oh wait! Oh no! Because this is true. There's a better chance we will get a Purloin from this. That's harsh, but yeah, I guess
Okay,
the strategy
teach
is
him
like
work up.
if we.
Oshawott can't learn work up, apparently.
No, neither can Tepig. Maybe when they level up. Who am I gonna teach Cut? I guess it's gotta be to
Has to be Patrat.
Yep.
Tackle isn't super useful, so we can. It's a better stab move, I guess.
Yeah, it is an upgrade. So here's the thing. We could roll the dice, and we will have a. I guess it's a 40% chance for a Patrat, which we get to skip. It's a 40% chance for a Purloin, and it's a 20% chance for a Mona. Or if we wait for Rustling Grass, it is a 95% chance for an Audino and a 5% chance for a Musharna.
Huh.
So
We
Rustling
can do
Grass
some
would-
big gambles.
Yeah, it would be like. It basically depends on how bad you think it would be to get an Audino.
I don't think. Well, how easy are they to catch? Who knows?
Oh, geez, good question.
We do have a Great Ball handy.
We do have two Great Balls. Two Great Balls.
Oh, yeah. And it's nighttime for me anyway, so I can also use my Dusk
You've got the Dusk Ball bonus.
Although I kind of want to save that for Roggenrola. Well, I hope that I
Yeah.
get Roggenrola. There's a decent chance that I might not.
Saving for the cave is sensible. My Cyclofang is so close to 12 that I think I'm just gonna run back and forth until I can get her pumped up.
How high is it on? Oh, it's ways away. I might actually go and fight the trainer and get it to 12 that way. Yeah, if I'm getting 18 EXP a pop, then I'd rather fight the trainer and switch out if I need to.
Yeah, mine's pretty close, so I think, especially if I get some of the level 6 and 7 Pokemon instead of level 4s, then I should be there in no time. Yeah, I think about like 30 XP left to go. Well, chat. We've had some hardship so far. So instead of taking this time to send hate mail to my Twitter DMs, why don't you share some memories of either our Pokemon that have passed or memories of your Pokemon that have passed. And by that I mean, I don't know, you stopped playing the game.
Yeah, have any of you done Nuzlocke before? I'm interested. Have any of you done challenge runs in the Pokemon game before? Muna is about to be just actively kicked by some poker fascists. Which, Jesus.
I really love the image you put into my head last time of it sounding like a ball being kicked, or like a basketball being smacked on the court.
Ruben did a Nuzlocke for Ruby and Sapphire once, and the 7th gym kicked your ass. That's Titan Laser, I think. And if you're not necessarily built or ready to do a double battle, I can definitely see that coming for you real bad, because fighting 2 clay dolls when one of them has, like, spamming status effects while the other one, like, calm minds twice is definitely going to be definitely a thing to handle. Yes, we're fighting you because you're abusing Pokemon even though you said you're trying to liberate them. How dare!
fake
dare.
news media.
I also love that with this being set in fantasy New York, that these people are dressing as the Knights Templar for, I don't know, historical weight, which is not how that works. But, oh no, don't use Bide. It's fine, I can 2KO you. I can 2KO you.
Don't make my mistake and see Bide and then go like, that said bite, right? And,
Shit!
This is exactly what happened to...
Yeah, it's exactly what happened to you. Yeah. God damn it! No! No! No, because it did half damage, I'm kind of like, well, there's nothing else I can do. I have to commit and hope it kills, otherwise...
Why?
Alright.
Why is Bide like that?
Why is
do
Bide
early
so
Pokemon no
awful?
Bide? Just take it away, Nintendo. Don't... I feel like this move got removed in later games.
By Gen 8,
Honestly,
it doesn't have it. No,
good.
so by Sun and Moon, Bide doesn't exist anymore. People are really mad when games have move culling, but to be honest...
Okay, I'll say Pokemon culling, I get it. Move culling, as long as it's not like... Nah, even if it is, like, I think that's fine. There's a lot of dumb moves in Pokemon, and I think it's fine to get rid of some of them. And this Pat Rat is not using Bide at me at all, so...
Cool.
Oh, man.
Cool.
I should really switch off of... Yeah, I shouldn't have given that XP to Cyclofang, but I...
It's fine. It is what it is.
It is what it is. That is true.
Oh! Right. We're okay. We're okay.
We're going to... Our Bling.Wave is going to be getting so much XP, it's going to be incredible.
And if both of our Pokemon can learn Brick Break, then we should be pretty smooth for Gym 2.
Rock Smash, but yes.
Rock Smash, yeah. Brick Break would be way better.
That's true. Would love to have a competitive move. I am... Okay. Yes. Give this XP to Bling. Man, that's...
Alright. Are we gonna see if we can fish for an Ordino?
That's the... Man, I don't know. You were talking up Audino not just as a XP pinata, but as a
It's a fizz tank. Yeah. It has more health than a lot of other things that we can have at this, so it might exist as a useful safe switch in dire straits.
So being like something we switch in to heal the other ones?
Yeah, if we got into this circumstance again, but with Ordino, I feel I could switch that in to take that Bide.
Here's what I'll say. I have less faith in Audino than you do.
Okay.
And I think that this level of... What is it called?
It's probably slow to level up too, huh?
Possibly. I'm gonna say, why don't you give Audino a shot, and I will...
Alright.
I'll go for the cat.
Oops. Yeah, we don't actually want Muna. Muna's too squishy.
Oh, I mean, I actually want Mona, but I'm just thinking there's no chance I'm gonna get it.
Come on, rustling grass.
I am gonna run back to heal up because... Oh, and also deposit the rat. Rat deposited.
My rat is dead, so it doesn't gain any XP, so it can just stay in my party until I go back later.
Oh, sensible. My rat is dead.
I'd like to make a rat deposit.
I just want Pokemon. See my party.
Rustling grass. The thing is, though, if this is a Mashana, I have no idea how effed I am in trying to fight or catch it.
It's not any higher level. It's still just gonna be...
Oh my god, did I get an encounter in the grass just before I did?
No! It's a pet rat, so you get another
So
chance.
I can just run and fish again. It's fine.
Good protection. Jeez.
Miserable.
Oh my god, I need to keep the rat in my party because I need something with cut. Oh man.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Huh.
That's yeah, right.
Huh.
I guess it doesn't hurt to have it.
Yeah, just as long as you don't switch in, and if we hit team wipe situations and we already know that we've lost, we just don't switch the pet rat in. So,
Yeah. Oh man, what a. I guess this is.
Yeah, in Nuzlocke runs, HM slaves are allowed. Otherwise, some games are incompletable. So.
I think this third run has been a valuable learning experience specifically about bide.
We now know that bide is dangerous, but the thing is,
we
don't know on first turn whether it's going to be using bide or not until it's too late. You know, like.
I think the learning is not just about like, is bide dangerous, but it's about the bide and the variability of damage rolls. You can knock it down to half and then still be unable to finish the job in the next turn. That's the real knowledge gain in my mind.
Just doing some strolls to monkey billiards. Come on. Love that harmonica though. Hey.
You know, I'm gonna actually look up Audino facts real fast.
Yeah, give me some numbers.
Okay. Real Audino fact. Its attack and defense are both. I'm talking base stats here. Attack and defense are both 60. Defense and special defense are both 86, and HP is 103. We're talking 50 speed. And let me look at its Gen 5 learn set. Not good. But it learns Attract at 15 and Secret Power at 20, which is this. Oh.
Big stab if you used indoors.
Yeah, that's 70 damage. That's actually legit. Wow. Past that, like, it can learn Entrainment and Takedown. Entrainment is like meme for this. Wouldn't bother, but wide TM move pool at least.
Yeah, it's usually it has a lot of doubles moves, which are obviously not useful, but I don't know, just having something that I can swap into to take killer hits feels like it's a useful survivability tool.
Its catch rate is 255.
Is that the lowest possible?
I think that's high. Like, it is a. When an ordinary Pokeball is thrown at full health in Gen 7, that is a 43.9% chance to catch it. So I think catching it should be easy. Okay. And its leveling rate is fast. So you know what? I'm going to join you on this. I'm going to test my luck too.
Because I assumed because it's such a bulky mon, it would level slow. But
okay, I'm in the rustling grass, and it is an Audino. Okay.
Okay. Well, I still have yet to proc a rustling grass, although it might.
Maybe you need to leave and come back.
Yeah.
You can only get one per.
That's not true. You can definitely get more, but maybe if I load the scene again, it'll.
You just need to re-roll that RNG. That's all.
This is RNG manipulation.
Oh my god! I was carrying an Oran Berry. I should have. I should have thrown a Pokeball earlier. Okay, but now we're going for the catch. Good to know that the thing's not hard to catch and that level's fast, though. What are we gonna name this thing?
Well, we've got to wait and see if I fuck this up or not.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, I get 2 more chances. Important thing. Now that I'm at the waiting point, well, I guess we're both at a waiting point. I have earned a clue for N's middle name.
Yes, the middle name begins with H.
Harmonia. Okay. So it's. Oh, but okay. Good luck. I see the rustling grass.
It's nodding out. Let's go. Level 11. It's on curve.
Oh, nice. Mine was only
8. Tackle?
Yeah, it's tanky. It can take it.
I'm gonna hit him with a water gun, see if I can get it to at least yellow health. Oh, it's very tanky. Good God.
right? Let's see.
Right.
Okay, so for my first of two guesses, now that I've gotten the first badge, Naturalium Harmonia Gropius.
2.5.
Oh man, why is this first one the worst? Okay, I gotta think about.
You're
the other
overthinking
names.
it. But yes. Oh, we gotta go for the name
Yeah.
of this. All right, I got it.
Okay, I got it too.
In 3, 2, 1, big.
Cutie. Big cutie. Big
Yep.
cutie.
Yep. Excellent.
Big space cutie. Love it.
Big cutie.
Big cutie. Love you. Okay.
Excellent. All right, Big Cutie has been added to the party, and then we get into another fight anyway. Right. Patrat.
Let me take a look at my big cutie. Hey baby, do you want to see my big cutie? Okay, so it's minus plus attack and minus special defense.
I mean,
And it has regenerator, which is really nice. I guess healer...
this is a reasonable grind spot, actually. The things here.
Yeah, no, you're definitely gonna be grinding here.
Oh,
rather than
focus
any other
energy.
spot.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'm not... Big
Right.
cutie, valid. I'm going to... I think I'm going to get...
Yeah. What
That
are
way
my
to-
stats for my Big Cutie? Big Cutie is bashful, so it's a neutral nature. Okay.
Of course, the first Pokemon that I encounter here that is... after
Is
the
it
Shaking
Purloin?
Grass. It's a Mona.
Ah, well,
It's fine.
it's fine.
I'm not crying.
And looking after it was kind of a pain.
I really liked having Lucky Chant and just not needing to think about crits.
Too many things have bite.
Understandable.
Yeah, because Patrat and Lilliput both have bite, and everyone has one. It was too much of a, I need to switch you out to stop you from being one shot.
Yeah,
It was,
I can understand that.
very fussy. Where we don't actually have that many fighting type Pokemon that we're fighting until way later.
Accidentally
I know that
learned
Cyclofang is still on my team. We need it to be our little HM unit. We won't use it in battle. So, and because this isn't a game where passive EXP is a thing, and even if it was, it wouldn't matter.
currently
Right, let's
just
go run through this area and get all
Are we
these
just
items.
like picking up the corpse of this rat and then like using
Just
like
beating it against trees to knock it down,
Yeah.
using its sharp teeth. Yeah. Good God. Ooh, double slap. Look at you, double slap. Come through.
Whoa, double slap. That was notably more than double.
Alright, I thought I'd have to switch out, but no, Big Cutie doing the work.
Okay. You know what? Maybe Big Cutie was a good idea, and this will mean that if later routes have the same possibility of like mostly Aldino but 5% chance for something else, then we won't
Yeah,
have
we
to
can
worry about,
it's free re-rolls, baby. The perseverance
strats,
pays off.
Strats.
The only thing is that double slap is a oh my god, a double slap is a 10 PP move. So QT is here for a good time, not a long time.
Please, full name, Big Cutie.
Big Cutie.
First
Big
name
Cutie.
Big, last name Cutie.
Big Cutie. Mm-hmm.
First name Big, last name Cutie. They sent me into battle, slap that booty.
To double slap that booty. Yes. Gone are the days where I was being paid to do freestyle raps, otherwise we'd be out here. Speaking.
When were you being paid to do freestyle raps?
Oh, that was a donation incentive while I was working up money to buy new tech.
Oh, right. Oh, man.
Oh, no. This mono has defense curl, and now it's just a complete mess.
Have you ever tried slapping a ball? Yeah, it doesn't do much, does it?
I'm just gonna keep it going. I'm not taking actual damage from it, so we're fine. Ow.
Yeah, I only have pound. That is a shame. But it does okay against a level 11 Purloin who just keeps using assist because it doesn't know any better.
But to be honest, the consistency of pound would be actually not bad, but yeah.
Understandable, but like it's double
slaps ball. This thing holds so much health.
Exactly. Okay, pound does 40 damage and double slap, I think it does 15 on each hit. Yeah, so as long as it doesn't do 2 hits, it's still more.
It's still better. I've just been very unlucky with my low rolls.
You just get good.
Oh yeah, just get good. Just don't run into the thing that uses bide. That you've dealt half of its health to before you realize that it was going to use bide. This game is a nightmare.
There is apparently a 35% chance that it will hit twice. So, yeah, I guess that's not like abhorrent luck, but it's certainly not good.
Level 12. If I just move on? I think I just move on. Rather than dwell here, I'll go fight a trainer. Please.
Yeah, I've got a... Big Cutie is currently at 10 for me, but, you know, I
got lucky. I got lucky with how high health what high level my Ordino was, but I'm like, because I'm now starting to get diminishing returns because its level is so high.
Yeah.
It seems sensible for me to try and forge ahead. Regular trainers aren't really a massive checkpoint, so
Oh, level 11. Yeah, dang, this thing does level fast.
I mean, we love to see it.
I did not gotta be honest, did not expect to come out of the stream being like, hi, it's me, the casual Audino enjoyer.
Yeah, no, increased respect for the thing that we normally is just turned into grist for EXP. Yes.
Yeah, cashing in on the freebie.
I forgot.
Do not growl at me. I swear, some of these level 9 Purloins do not seem to know any actual damaging moves. They only growl, sand attack, and assist.
Oh, sorry. This was we started the conversation about this and then went a little off piece. So because trainers can't use TMs and they have to have the natural learned set of whatever the Pokemon is, I've spoken to Fennel. Good God, I will speak to Fennel again. But unless it's a gym leader or like a Battle Frontier person or an Elite Four member, they will always choose their moves at random. So if it means that's something that they would naturally have, trainers will choose moves at random. It's only bosses that will select with intention.
Ew. I thought it was only wild Pokemon that chose moves at random.
Wild Pokemon definitely do. Basic trainers also don't bother.
The Pat Rat just used Bide at me, but I'm tanky.
This is a wild encounter, right? You can just run.
True. I'm just gonna try to run and got away safely. Yeah. Trauma.
Yeah. We do not need to gamble on this day.
No. Truly a heartbreaking move.
I swear to God.
Stop using Bide, you random Pat Rats. I'm leaving. I am not coming back here.
Just scooping all of my breadsticks into my bag.
I'm going to go talk with Fennel and get more uses of double slap before coming back and just hoping the rats decide to go away.
The game was like, you need the sea gear, and I'm like, it no longer does anything. forget if you can... Oh, I can turn it on, but then I have to connect to the internet. Okay. What's my team looking like? I need to keep Cyclophane on my team for cut. Alright.
Stop talking to me.
Have you tried Entralink? I'm like, I don't care.
I don't want the PAL pad, and I definitely don't want 10 text boxes explaining it.
Ooh.
Okay. Good job, big cutie.
Yeah, I think this is us just learning that multi-hit moves in a game like this are actually really, really good.
I mean, we knew Rock Blast was good.
Yeah, but even when we had Fury swipes on Paper Chan, and then it was like, oh, actually, that clinched that gym fight for us. Or for me, at least. Oh, that was a pretty big Psy wave.
Ooh, that was a big Psy wave.
Drowsy.
Guess you could say you caught the wave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm headed back to Dreamyard to just get both them to 12, and then I'm going to roll on out.
The thing is, because Double Slap is such a low usage rate, I'm like, I have to go recover it. But
I mean, listen, I'm chronically running back to Pokemon centers anyway, so might as well.
Oh yeah, these things probably have high level. No, they're level 10. Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take the Pat Rat Challenge. See if it uses Bide. Okay, it did not.
Everybody on TikTok is doing the Pat Rat Challenge.
I would love to see the Pat Rat Challenge if it's just patting a rat. Preferably domestically owned.
This is the first time that I've seen Lick paralyze in multiple runs.
Huh. It is not a high chance, I don't think. Ooh. Big cutie with the hands.
Please.
Figuratively.
Okay. Joe would also like the Pat Rat Challenge. Yes, 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 indeed. We've been new.
I currently just wondering if I pat Rat, will he also kill my dog? Context, Joe is Rat. Oh, Big Cutie's so close to 12.
But then work.
I like it when you call me Big Cutie.
Oh no. Oh no. Because all the Notorious B.I.G. lyrics that I remember off by heart are really explicit, and I'm not gonna go into any of them right now. Yeah.
It's fine. Just replace some of them with, like, I don't know.
I've got the cleanest, meanest blank.
Yeah, the cleanest, meanest Audino.
Please, not another Perez. It's okay.
Okay.
Outspeeds? It's fine. It's
12, and I am here to destroy. As soon as I heal up. Oh yeah, which monkey was that?
Panseer.
Okay.
Acting the foot. So the first kid that you beat up is a Penpoor, then the second is a Panseer, and the last one's the Pansage. The daycare center owner has 2 normal types. No, it's like a Purloin and a Lilliput, like whatever. yeah, no, exactly that, Jay.
Tired of these Vipers on this Monday to Friday plane.
Oh Let's hit him with the double slap. Actually, having a Pokemon at this stage with 52 health is, like, satisfying.
Very,
So, yeah.
very, very nice.
Not in danger.
Just like, yeah, it's nice to be like, I am safe. And it's that attitude that's going to make me cry later.
I'm about to go do a double battle, so I'm just going to go and heal. Not wasting.
Dang, Big Cutie's really got hands.
I mean, people been sleeping on Ordino.
I can't believe there was even a Mega Audino in
Oh yeah.
Jeez, okay. I guess if there's a colossal Psywave that could kill me. Okay, no, it's just a yawn. So then you're a very dead friend. Okay. Whew. Okay, well, healing after that. Oh, great, you are very strong. It does not feel good getting, like, you got 400 Poke from defeating the daycare teacher.
Yeah,
got
clearly not
80
paid very
Poke.
well.
80 Poke from defeating the preschooler. Oh, that's right, it was preschooler Homer who was the one to watch out for.
Yeah. With the rock and roller. No, it's just going smooth. Just keeping it smooth. Look at them spreading their damage between my two units. Oh, I'm so sneezy this evening. Ugh.
It's not easy being sneezy.
I mean, I was in work yesterday and kind of sitting on the tram to go to work, and somebody in eye line but not close to me, no mask, sneezes, and I'm like, have you learned nothing?
God.
Have you learned nothing?
Terrorism. Big Cutie 13. Which sounds more like a username than
Username for
Neopets.
Neopets. And then we get this big conversation.
Took 40 Poke from this preschooler. I just took their lunch money. Why?
Oh, it's a fight against Charon. I forgot that this was a boss.
Boy.
A check-in. It's fine. Especially if he leads on Snivy. Yeah. Ooh, can Ordinary learn Worker?
Ooh, good question.
Because he's got the tankiness to kind of get that going. Avoided the attack. Okay. Oh, that was a crit. It's dodging. I don't like the fact that it's dodging. Smartenberry. I'm going to use a potion, which lets it get a free growth / leer off. But I think that might be what's necessary to not. Yeah.
Yeah. Growth really is just workup, but better.
Okay, there we
go. For chat, growth and workup have the same effect, except growth's effect is doubled in sunlight.
That is a strict upgrade. Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh? Sunny day teams actually have a lot of tech.
Yeah, no, sun is scary. And I'm not
oh yeah, I can use Vine Whip on assist.
Because I stay inside every day. Okay. Bling.wave wants to learn defense curl. I guess that is better than... Well, it's better than Odor Sleuth, that's for sure. Get that out of here.
We're right, we're fine. Why do you keep beating me?
Okay, I am scooting on back to the Poke Center. Gonna do that battle, and I'm gonna catch up.
The fact that that assist can summon the Vine Whip randomly is actually a little scary, but you got that.
Understandable.
Fortunately, Purloin's special attack is poo-poo, so It didn't hit as hard as it could have done, but
Vine Whip is physical.
oh, right.
It's just its attack is also poo-poo.
That's its second highest stat, but yeah, I think we resolved that the limitations of Purloin become apparent very swiftly.
Yeah, shout out to us for dodging Purloin so far.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I think there's
feels like
probably
it's
another
something of an
chance here. I mean, I'm hoping for the Blitzel.
True, yeah. Let me get that data up as I get into this double battle. Okay.
I'll wait for you for when you're ready to go and do that. Let me see if there's any additional grinding that I can do. We're both at level 14, so we're kind of fine. Oh, is chat flipping out of the fact that we've got some transistor jams? Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, so percentage chances for encounters on coming up here. Patrat 20, Lillipup 10, Purloin 10, Idov 40, and Blitzel 20.
So we were very lucky with the Blitzel then.
Yeah,
Or
no
reasonably
kidding.
lucky with the Blitzel. 1 in 5.
And Rustling Grass is 100% Audino. Do not hurt me with a thingy.
I mean, I
fine.
can go ahead and fight a trainer. I don't need to step in the grass to do that. I'm happy to wait for you.
I think Big Cutie might be hitting harder than Bling. Double slap's just that good.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if it can learn Woke Up.
Briefly thought you said woke up.
It can learn Work Up.
What?
Very good.
What is the
Big
mental
Cutie is
imagery
Big
here?
Tank. That's a free setup, friend.
That I am loving the imagery of Big Cutie just whipping out a freaking
Barbells and just pumping some iron.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, well, I am teaching Big Cutie that before I go on to
And if
Dance
it
to
learns
Sharon.
Rock Smash, then ooh. That might be what we need. Very surprising, actually, that the no one in that gym actually rocks. No one in that gym rocks an Audino.
I kind
It's
of
all
wonder if
just,
Audino is almost meant to be like a secret kind of deal. You know, where it's like a, oh, what is this, friend? You know, rather the fact that it only appears in Rustling Grass.
Telling. Yeah.
Okay, I am. You can go for a trainer fight if you want. I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm rolling up to Sharon now.
I do believe there is a trainer chilling up here.
At least one, yeah. There's.
Oh, it's in
one
the
to
grass
north in the
though,
grass.
so I stand reasonable odds of actually getting into a fight.
True.
It's fine, I can get into the fight and then wait for you, but
Oh, fair. Yeah, go for it.
oh, no, fight successful.
Wow. Okay.
Just strolled straight up there. Oh, 3 Pokemon. Okay.
Yeah, let's work up on Big Cutie. You tail with me. You don't know who you're dealing with. Here.
I'm gonna focus energy because I'm gonna fish for that bide.
Do not enjoy Oshawott using focus energy against me. That is. It used Water Sport, thank God, which I
And it crit immediately. Hell yeah.
Okay, wow. I was very scared because I misread Water Sport as Water Spout, which is a very good
Big
move.
damage. Oh, 2 crits in a row. Focus energy doing work.
Big Cutie just single, like, one-hit kill Purloin. Okay, it's technically 3 hits, but, you know, one round kill Purloin with double slap. Yeah, that's how I battle.
We've reached the point where when we're only looking after 2 Pokemon, gaining EXP becomes a lot easier. It feels like getting these things to 20 might not actually be so miserable, but
Okay. But I am out of that, so I am going to be running into the grass as soon as I double check that. Yeah, Big Cutie's in front, and that's good with me. So here
Yeah, that
we
seems
go.
like a good idea, because that will take whatever hits come my way. Although double slap might be well, we'll see.
I have pound, so I don't think I'm going to kill it. It is a purloin.
It's a pat rat.
10%
so I can...
chance for you get to re-roll.
I get to re-roll. Yeah.
I got the freaking 1 out of 10 chance of getting a purloin. How injurious.
It's not over yet. It may still be a Pidove. Or another purloin.
Pidove would be better than purloin. Well.
Yeah!
Yo, let's go. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I can get away with the. Can I get away with the double slap, or is it gonna kill it?
I doubt it. I doubt it, honestly.
But you doubt that I could get away with the double slap?
Correct.
Right. Okay. Do we just blind throw a ball and pray?
Let me check its catch rate. Blitzel has a catch rate of 190, which is in Generation 7 a 35% chance to catch it at full health. So.
And if I go with the Great Ball, better odds. So.
Probably.
All right. Let's gamble. Saving that dust ball for the cave.
Hakegurimasho.
Hey! All right.
There we go. Okay, well, I will have to keep this purloin just kind of chilling in the back so that it's I can't sack this thing.
It's nice that we have Pokemon that aren't going to kill each other if we have one that we're not actively using. So if it means that you get this Rog and Roller down the line and I end up with another Swoobat, then it's like, well, you know, it is what it is.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, thinking of a cool name. Yeah, got it.
I got it too.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, DJ.
Trick. DJ Trick?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. DJ Trick. I can... This isn't a QWERTY keyboard, just F's me up.
Well, you can switch to QWERTY at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
And that actually remembers. Let's see, I gotta insert,
The thing is now, DJ Trick is level 8, and so it needs to be on the level up journey.
Oh my god, my DJ Trick is level 8 too. Let's see. Yeah, oh, mine's actually level 9. Let's take a look and see what DJ Trick has to offer. Plus defense, minus special defense. Okay.
Ooh, worth checking. Plus speed, minus special attack. Jolly. That's very good for Blitzel, who's usually a physical attacker. So.
And my DJ Trick is limber, cannot be paralyzed.
Mine is lightning rod. Safe switch-ins on electric attacks.
Oh man, if you had motor drive though, that'd be even better.
Broken.
Okay, rolling back to heal up, and then I think it's cave time. Oh, actually, no, I should probably go and fight that.
Fight that trainer. It's a lot of solid EXP.
Actually, why don't we'll do cave time? I can fight that trainer afterwards.
All right.
Yeah, I really don't think I'm going to be training up DJ Trick right now. So
that's fine. You don't need to.
Nope. It's when we get into higher level stuff and getting DJ Trick up to evolution point would be not too difficult, then I think I might invest that time. But yeah, I think otherwise I'm ready to roll into the cave if you are.
There's a fight in the cave, I think, so I should go heal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a wrestling grass. I'm just gonna take that Ordino fight.
Oh, don't forget to get the item.
On the way back, it's like, oh, look, an item. Oh, look, an Ordino. I'm just going to immediately go switch to Bling. And start spamming stab water gun. Because I don't want to be on the receiving end of a double slap when Blitzel is already damaged, not the one. Yeah, there we go.
Man, do you still have the, actually, I guess I can just...
Ooh, 2 levels.
Do you think it's time to go for game audio?
Not quite. Want to get to Town 2.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah. Because this is just catching up to where we were before. We're still just regaining lost ground. But we're on our way. I think when we get to Town 2, we're gonna go take a 5-minute break. 5-10 minute break. Because I think
that's sensible.
The stretch. But
we've been running for almost
3 hours
now.
Okay. I mean, I can't remember how long it took to get this far last time. It was across 2 sessions.
Yeah, longer than that.
Yeah. So we are making good time.
Yeah, I guess, because we'll be hitting the 3-hour point, would you want to make that a break, or would you want to make that, like, end of stream?
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Let's get to Town 2, and then I'm at the end of stream, rather than trying to push into, like, hour 4.
Okay, sounds good. I'm currently entering Wellspring Cave.
To go and do 2 fights in a row with Charon. Oh, I could just talk to Charon, and Charon would heal me.
Oh no, an enemy Pat Rat is level 12.
I mean,
destroyed.
I'm looking at that bide and going, But QE
well, it didn't use bide on its first turn, so that means it's basically dead.
So it started out with the thing
What
on
a
the level.
truly horrible rat.
I'm just gonna detect it.
First battle's pretty easy peasy.
I'm just gonna switch it to... It's got 10 HP more than anything else I've got in my team so far. It's very... and now it's using Bide. Well, that's just an opportunity for me to use Work Up twice. Oh, Unleash Bide has priority, right? No, I'm gonna Work Up again. Screw that.
Does it? I don't think unleashing it has priority, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, we're not gonna gamble. We're
Bide
not
is a
gonna
kind of
gamble.
complicated move.
I've only ever seen Unleashing of Bide go first, and I'm like, You don't need to return it, Wave to you.
Yeah, these 2 battles are, piece of cake.
Is this one the double battle? I forget. Or is it
Yeah, it's in multi-battle.
Yeah. Alright, then Blitzel can just kind of like
Big Cutie is now 15. It's learned Attract, so I think I'm gonna...
Oh! Big stall tactics. Gender is my... What did it even say? Doesn't say there. That's fine. We'll play her. Can I get away with a quick attack?
Yeah, I'm curious to see if your quick attack does anything.
Oh, Snivy, please. Yeah, we're switching to auto. I'm genuinely scared. Like, last run I was not scared about Bide, now I'm terrified.
Right? It's really put the fear of God into us. And I'm in my first cave encounter, and it is a rock and roller. Yes.
Oh.
Okay, now I am. Oh, and I can attract it too. I wonder if that. Okay, I'm gonna double slap it because it'll resist it. And I'm just gonna start chucking some balls at this.
Learn
funny little
Shockwave.
lad.
Excellent.
Very good. Shake number 2, shake number 3, and got him. Okay, Roggenrola acquired.
Okay, I'm not gonna go and play silly games about trying to get the drill, but it was very funny. But
I
like,
enjoyed you doing that, but I also recognize that
because I spent a lot of money on those repels and it ended up not paying out. So I was like, the time is fine. We knew that this game would run slow, but
the like you came so close.
Yes. Okay.
In there. Okay. Whew.
I can safely get off a double slap without killing this thing.
Yeah, totally. I gotta update my big cutie info. He is 15.
One more. Alright, bag. Let's go through that dusk ball. Okay. I see. Let's decide on the name.
Let's do it. Okay.
In 3, 2, 1. Flint.
Bucks.
What was yours?
Mine was Bucks.
I was Flint. Flint Bucks.
Flint Bucks. What? Cursed currency.
Like Bitcoin. Looking at his name. Alright. Bucks spelt like money. Bucks or BUX.
We could do BUXXX.
Fine. Flint Bucks.
Flint Bucks. Let's go. Flint
in camel case. Excellent name. Of a solid team.
Yeah. Took 2 early losses, but this is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, these are all useful Pokemon.
My Flint Bucks is holding something.
Ooh.
An Everstone. Just a reminder of last time.
Yeah. Remember this. Remember how much this sucked.
Oh no. My Flint Bucks is minus attack plus special attack. Buddy.
Mine is plus defense minus attack, which... Okay. I have 2 tanks now.
2 tanks. No stanks.
Sturdy.
Okay, well, that is, nothing to be upset about. Glad that we have a Flint Buck.
No confusion.
11 and fucking 35 HP. Great.
What moves does this Roggenrola have? It's Tackle, Harden, Sand Attack, and Headbutt, so I do need to give it a bit of TLC until it learns Rock Blast. What level does it learn Rock Blast at?
Oh, good question. I think it's kind of high. Let me see. I would believe, okay. Well, that is definitely not true. Okay, Rock Blast is learned at 14.
Alright, so it's a little bit of
not too
work. That's like 2 Ordino encounters.
Yeah. What do I switch into this wild Roggenrola with? I think I just run for this.
You don't have the type advantage on that one. Yeah.
Nothing, yeah. It's like fire, dark, or normal, and I think... Oh, it might not resist, might not resist dark, but I'm kind of like whatever about it. Did you get the TM?
Yes.
Cool, same. I am gonna go fight that trainer.
Well, I'm gonna go look for another Ordinate and see if I can get Flint Bucks up to standard.
Sensible.
You know, that one Justin Timberlake album, Flint Bucks Love Sounds. Gust, oh no.
And a Pat Rat used by when I used Harden, and I'm just like, yes, I will take 3 free Hardens.
Oh, they're like, hey, you can continue on with the plotline. Yeah.
I am begging you to continue.
No, we're trying to level. We're trying to grind here. You didn't even heal my Pokemon before wandering off. Yeah, I do not understand what the stakes are.
Presently realizing I could get crit and maybe die. So, despite the fact that I hardened thrice, so...
Yeah, ignoring defenses. True that. We've been there. We've seen that happen before our eyes.
Mechanic.
Ugh. I mean, crits have to feel satisfying, right? But,
Do they?
Yes. If crits sucked, we wouldn't crit.
No, I feel like if crits sucked, we would crit.
Come on. Gimme that rustling grass with you. Yes!
Oh, that trainer gives us an Oranberry. How nice. Okay, well, I'm going to run all the way back home since Flint Bucks has 8 HP, a cool 8.
Start spamming Shockwave. It's no damage. Oh, careful. Alright. Stand.
Oh, she gave some heal balls. How nice.
I understand. Maybe I should have just stuck in with the rock and roller. It's fine. Actually, Headbutt probably does more damage than Tackle. Barely.
Oh, well, we're pretty close to that next town.
I realize I've slowed down a little bit to kind of gather my thoughts, my resources.
Yeah, I'll admit my stamina is also a little low. But I think we can make it. It's not too treacherous a trek to the next town, right?
No. I do need to heal up because apparently this Ordino is not going down without a fight, but it's fine. 465 XP, yes.
Ooh, okay.
And the second level? Yes!
You know, I'll see if I can nab up an Audino also, because I would love to get 12.
Love that for me. Okay. Them both being at level 12 makes me a lot more confident about being able to make my way through and just fight the trainers as they appear with Big QE on team. Safety switch-ins isn't really too much of a problem.
True.
So I just need to remember that if we run into any fighting types, I can't safety switch into either Rog and Roller or Ordino, or they'll just get hit. Yeah, that's the disadvantage to not having Munna or Swoobat handy, is that we don't have an easy solve for fighting types, because they will stack damage a lot faster than other things. But,
at least insofar as Woobat is concerned, the fighting type gets Rock Throw.
True.
So,
yeah.
Which seemed like a nasty surprise for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
the first time that happened, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, just like.
School Kid Owl. Oh, Blitzel. I can't remember whether Rog and Roller is just rock or whether it's rock and ground. Let's find out.
I think it's just rock.
Okay.
I can check. It is Just rock.
Hmm.
Nothing but rock.
This is fine. Oh yeah, headbutt actually does reasonable damage against Blitzle. We're alright.
Mm-hmm. Headbutt is like, what, 70 damage or something?
It just did basically nothing to Ordinary, and I was like, okay, wow, I didn't realize this move was this bad, but it's just because the defense was super high.
Just a testament to the like endless layers of flesh that Audino is created from. It's like doing blunt damage to a giant sack of jello.
Ballistics jelly like it's Mythbusters.
God. Yeah, new game theory, that's what Audino is made out of.
We've already found a Blitzel for
500,
this
a
route.
cool 545 XP from that. Oh, that got me to 14. I get Rock Blast.
Hey, excellent. Please? Okay.
Loving having Flint Bucks.
It does feel like that's an easy ride as long as you don't run into anything that'll and don't run into any tim poles.
As long as you don't make it fight the 30 things that will kill it.
You would think that Rock is an excellent defensive typing, but sometimes, in fact, rather often.
It's fine. I mean, how often do Pokemon really get fighting or grass or water or ground moves? Those are some of the most wait a second.
Just man, if most of the games give you one of the best water moves in the game as per natural story course. Surf is just out here being the best HM.
What, you mean you don't like Flash? Okay, let's see how little damage this Blitzel can do against Flint Bucks. Do not
More
avoid
damage
Blast.
than expected. Oh, that confusion did more, but Flintbuck's still living, baby. Jesus.
Flint Bucks making the money. Can you stop avoiding Rock Blast? I didn't think it was a move with low accuracy.
We know
actually, it has 90% accuracy in it.
This is really unlucky. Okay.
This Blitzel did not want to have any of it.
A little risky. Playing a little risky, but we're okay. We're doing fine.
Ooh. Don't you get Q with it, Nathan?
No, we're fine. We live in. Flintbuck's having survived the encounter has now been put on the back bench, so we're okay.
And what does this trainer have? I think it's a Pidove. Yeah, I think Flint Bucks can take care of it. I just realized both of our blings are 15, right? Oh, mine only 13? Because I'm just realizing your bling is very close to evolution.
Evolving, yeah. That's going to be really useful.
Woobat. Okay, did not almost kill Flint Bucks. That's a gross exaggeration, but it did scare my pants off.
Go back and heal before we move and fight the lost trainer on the street.
I just sometimes forget that things can have special attacks, apparently. Do not crit me, you heinous. Okay.
Are you okay? Is everything alright?
I'm fine, just it made me
annoyed.
Eat my Oranberry. Yeah, I am annoyed. School kid Marcia, not the best of us. Sending you back to prison with the rest of the Marshas.
Go back to primary school, aka jail.
Oh man, we got the Michel Foucault discourse in here.
Daycare is a prison. Come through, Tommy Pickles.
Yeah, daycare, it's not concerned with rehabilitation.
No, true. Well, I think ideally being the daycare being invested in the development of its charges is kind of important, but whether that's guaranteed. School kid Gina. Shockwave. Oh, critical hit. But that means this is a guaranteed kill, and it's fine.
True. It's good. It's all good.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm not owned.
Fine. I am just thinking about the, like, man, if this thing uses Bide and I use Rock Blast and I get a good roll and then I get a bad roll on the second one, then I would be fine. But it wouldn't be very effective as normal, but also I think I'm just gonna harden on this first turn just to scat out the Bide.
Bide fishing.
It uses
and then
detect.
It's locked. Oh, well.
I'm gonna harden one more time. Use Leer. Okay, I think I'm good. It used Leer again. We gamers were
in there.
Good.
Excellent.
Yeah,
excellent.
We are in there.
Oh, this is from Celeste Core Encrypted. Lena Rain is a very good composer.
Oh yeah, she absolute goat.
It's weird. The music in Celeste is really good, but because I have bounced off Celeste, that has reflected how I feel about the music just a tiny bit. But I both enjoy the game of and the soundtrack of Chicory, so it works out great. I'll eventually reattempt it again, but because the game is so heavily designed in like, oh, you struggle and claw at this one section, and then you feel this like revelation of like, oh, it's completed. I've never felt so alive. I think it was like the boss of the hotel level took me like a good half an hour to beat, and then it was done. I was like, thank F for that. I'm never doing that ever again. So
that's a positive mental attitude at work.
Energy very different. Energy very, very different.
Do you remember what the item is to the south of this route? Because I'm just
Awakening.
Okay. I'm going in to get it as I get bling to level up a bit more.
The next trainer has a Rog and Roller, but it's not one that's high enough level to. Huh?
It's a great.
Oh, did I miss? Did I miss?
Yeah, I'm talking about the one below the bridge.
Oh. Hold on. Oh, I forgot about that.
Back you go.
Yeah. Back to the lab again.
What?
Right. Is that... Where specifically is that from? Because I've only heard that in the context of somebody using it when they've been doing, like, nightmare Nuzlocke runs of Fire Red and Leaf Green. So whenever they lose, they go back to Professor Oak's lab again, but I don't actually know where the thing is from.
It's from Dexter's lab, and also a Blitzel just scared my pants off and crit me down to 5 HP.
Oh!
It was burned, and it did
was
not
burned.
care. It's raw.
Oh. But we still surviving. The team is still together.
We are doing okay. I still have one more trainer to get back there, but I'm okay with saving that for next time since we both made it to this city.
Both made it to the city. Living in the city. Chesto berries. Useful for the hypnosis that could potentially happen because our vital spirit user is no longer with us.
I'm also not sure if they'd be the one to use even if they were still with us.
True that. All right, so I guess next time is the grind to level 20.
The grind to level 20, gym number 2. This time it's personal.
Yeah, most of our team is hovering around 13 to 15, so 20 might not be impossible.
Yeah,
if I can get both Flip Bucks and either Big Cutie or Bling to 20, I think we'd style this out.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling good about this. Okay, DJ Trick is not going to move an inch because I got bigger fish to fry. But let's see. Yeah, good session, good learning, good burning, and
our party keeps churning as we
also
remain
excited
yearning
to, see what we pick
defeat
up
the next trainer.
From Pinwheel Forest.
Praying for that sock, that throw, or that timber.
Something like that. I could go for a Timpole, actually, honestly, but...
Oh, yeah, timber. Yeah, you need the water type. True that.
I do.
Let's go and prepare to raid a delightful individual.
Sounds lovely.
I have recently been making friends. Oh, thank you very much for the. I'm glad that you enjoyed the session. I've been making friends with the the UK VTuber community recently. So let's go and pass over to one Janus Nemo, who is streaming Cloudpunk.
Oh, neat. I've heard cool things about that game.
We streamed Cloudpunk a little while ago for Cyberpunk Book Club. It's a really neat game. So please. They are also on their kind of like VTuber development journey. So do give them lots of love. Do give them a shout out. Do give them a follow. I have been your androgynous android AI game show host from the Feature Caster. This has been the Uncasted Twitch channel. Who have you been, Raffi?
I have been your amazing avian co-host, Raffi the Owl, and thank you all so much for joining us on this adventure. Not even gonna give it a qualifier.
Yeah, it's a fish. But what we're gonna call this adventure. Yes. We'll see you all next time. Oh, catch me on Saturday during the day. So if you're in the US, sorry about it. I'm gonna be building my operator is gonna be building some Gunpla live on stream. So I hope you'll tune in for some chill, what I'm calling tabletop tea time. And we'll see you then. Goodbye.